Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night InSaNiTy. Where'd Skinslip go? She just ran away. Oh, okay. We are joined today by Ray, right there. See, she actually exists. She's not one of those pretend girlfriends. She actually exists. She's right there. She's not a fat, hairy old dude on the internet, as everybody was thinking when we first started chatting. And Rosie. Got my two favorite girls here. Hi, Rosie. There she is. Okay.
Hi.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Brava. Brava. Yes, thank you. All right. So, I couldn't find pictures of Blu-rays to put in the corner, so you can look at some pizzas I made a while ago instead to cover the other me. The other me. Hi, I'm the other me. And now
Hello,
I'm pizza again.
Hello, pizza.
So how's it going, everybody? How's your weeks?
Going. I'm alright.
Respectively.
Things are going better work-wise. Like I'm
That's
not
good.
too concerned as much as I was. So,
Not too concerned as it was. Excellent.
Yeah.
We had a good day 2 of the marathon today. Played some more of the Fork Knives. Played with some of the viewers. Played some with Stoudman and Skinslip. And we had an epic final round. Just this big, action-packed final confrontation on the Blue Bridge. One team on one end, us on the other end, and we just like slowly converged. It was like a freaking movie. It was amazing. It was such a great round to go out on today.
I do what I can. I do what I can to help my
and I think
not so good gaming
Stoud got the final shot, so he's been basking in that ever since. It's like it was all thanks to me. It was all me. Me. Totally me. You're welcome. I saved you all. It wasn't all him. But anyway,
it wasn't all me.
It was very much a team effort, but Stoud got in there and shot the last guy in the face, and that was it. But
I wouldn't have been able to get in there if you guys hadn't been pelting them with arrows. So.
Well, he kept building. We had to take his buildings down and flush them out and stuff. Get him out in the open so you could do said shooting in said face. So those of you who watch the highlights on YouTube will see it in probably a couple of months because I'm that far behind in the highlights. But those of you on Patreon can actually see the full-length stream as soon as it goes up. As soon as it's done, I send it over to YouTube. So Patreon exclusives, baby. And there you actually get to see the full-length stream, not just the edited highlights. So yeah, for little
everyone's favorite disaster lesbian has arrived.
For as little as $1 a month, you can have unlimited access to all of the stream archives. All of them. Literally thousands of videos on there that are not public, but you can see them. There you go.
That's what she said. Oh, wait, no, wait.
No, sure, yes. That's what she said.
Maybe.
And speaking of which, I realized I said that it took place on March 17th, and that's wrong. It's actually April 17th. I just had St. Patrick's Day on the brain, I guess. Like, I want a drink. So there we go.
Oh, no, drank.
There we go.
I wish I could drink. It
I
just makes
have
me
corrected.
fucking nauseous, though.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
That's
I'm
why I do-
nauseous. I'm nauseous.
I'll
I'm
drink.
nauseous.
I'll drink for both of us then. Yay, more drinking.
I'll just smoke
I
weed.
can see
Be
no
happy.
downside to this plan.
I have no downside either. I just smoke weed all the time.
Smoke weed.
Okay. Wow. Same brains or what, folks? All right. So I was just saying, what's going on? What's happening? How's everybody's week? I had a pretty good week. I didn't watch much in the way of movies, but because I've been busy actually working on YouTube videos, doing said Fortnite highlights, and also filmed 8 Doctor Who videos this week. 8 for Timey Wimey Tuesdays. The first of which will be going up this Tuesday, so keep an eye out for that. Basically, 8 closer looks at different stuff from my Doctor Who collection, so be sure to check those out if that's your cup of tea.
I didn't watch a ton of movies either. I basically was catching up on WrestleMania stuff. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, well.
I did watch one every day, though, so I think I have 10 movies total.
Cool.
4 of those were Stouds, so
okay.
5 of those were Stouds.
You've picked like your top 2 or 3 to talk about.
We haven't discussed which ones. I'll just choose at random.
Okay.
We talked about some of them already on our channel, on our show.
Okay.
Which
Couch
is
Tomatoes.
live currently.
Yeah.
Yep. Is over on my YouTube channel. It's live every Wednesday. I almost said Sunday for some reason. Every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Pacific. Excuse me.
Now, are you streaming that live on YouTube or on Twitch?
Twitch.
On Twitch, and then you send it over to YouTube after?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, almost immediately after, but yeah.
All right, cool. So if you want to see it live, you can see it live on Skinslip's Twitch. And that's on
We have a letterbox page for all the movies we've covered.
Nice.
Every title has the 3 big titles we talked about, and we try to cover. I decided our format just kind of has come out to be that we talk about 3 movies in real depth, and then we talk about the rest a little bit.
Just kind of.
So,
okay, cool.
Because we talked about House Arrest and The Arrival and.
Well, some I would think don't necessarily need to be gone into
Masterminds
a lot, you know.
And those are probably the 3 we'll talk about here too, but in briefer. Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the most interesting things we watched, I think.
Cool. All right. Well, we look forward to that. So movies are at the end of the show. For those who don't know, we basically do just idle chit-chat to kick things off. Then we do whatever the geek news is for the week. Then we talk about anything we picked up for our collections this week. And then we talk about movies to cap it all off. And that's basically the format that we've settled on after doing this for 8+ years.
That's literally just become that. We never decided.
It just kind of evolved into that.
Yeah, it slowly happened.
Yeah. Like I remember
we're like, we should do this, so we should do that.
I remember the news happened when we were just like, so what happened this week in geek news? And we were like, I don't know. There's this trailer, and I heard something about this movie, and then
Birdo dumped a bunch of news, and that was that.
And then Raptor was like, if this helps, here's a bunch of geek news I rounded up. And we're like, oh my god, dude, that helps so much. And then he just kind of expanded on that over the next.
That's literally how it happened. He just offered to do some news.
Yeah.
And then now we have a news segment.
Well, because he wanted to be, he used to participate in the streams, and he just can't these days. So, but he wanted to contribute in some way to the show.
We miss him dearly, by the way.
And that's what worked for him, and we're very grateful.
He gets to come on occasionally, and when he does, it's a great day. Because
absolutely,
don't get to see him very often.
I know we love Roberto. Roberto is good people.
Yeah, Bert's good bean.
He is.
Cheaper.
Our very own Raptor.
He, by the way, when he first joined the group, he literally hated me calling him Bert. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah. Back in the day, in voice chat, he hated when I called him Bert, and so, next thing I know, I just kept doing it on an asshole.
Yes.
I am a bitch. That's why.
IR bitch.
Bitch. Yep.
Speaking of which, I'm just looking over the list of news. There's quite a lot this week, so we'll just wait for the bagpipes to finish, and maybe we'll start that.
Like, bro, I have no idea. I saw maybe 2 trailers this week. So
I can't hear you. There's bagpipes.
I saw 2 trailers this week, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. So I'm
all the souls I've encountered in all my travels, his was the most human.
Oh my god.
All right.
Jesus.
Never take
Every
our
time.
freedom.
Thanks, JL. Anyway.
Oh boy.
All right. So I should mention, speaking of Mega Marathon Madness, we basically exhausted all of our bonus hours today. And that was even carrying some over from last week and stuff. I just kind of milked it as much as I could to stretch things out a bit and give us a couple days. So any donations that come in during the show now will go towards tomorrow. So if you want us to do a third day of Mega Marathon Madness, it's all in your capable, money-filled hands. All right. So there we go. And Haji says, I walked in right when that started. I was busting a gut. Excellent. Well, I hope your gut is okay.
Please put your gut together. Thank you.
Put your butt back together, yeah. Or your butt. Well, your butt, too.
Well, yeah, your butt, too.
If you busted your butt.
Busted your butt and blew your gut, and here we are.
Okay. Let's see if we can get through the news in one piece here. New trailers this week. We got the official trailer for the Netflix original film Army of the Dead. After a zombie outbreak in Las Vegas, a group of mercenaries takes the ultimate gamble by venturing into the quarantine zone for the greatest heist ever. Co-written and directed by Zack Snyder, the film will premiere in select theaters and Netflix on May 21st. Raptors note, Zack has gone on record stating there is no Snyder cut, and the film we'll see on Netflix is his final vision. Okay.
That trailer looked pretty cool. Mm-hmm. It looks obviously it's like even more of a departure from Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
For those who've seen the trailer, but now, not too far. It's like a next evolution. It's kind of cool. I like
this is the one we've been hearing about. This is the sequel to the 2004 Dawn of the Dead, right? Like it's in the same universe.
And
okay,
they
awesome.
use the same a plot point from Land of the Dead.
Yeah.
About the zombies.
Okay.
For this too, which I think is really cool. They're incorporating stuff.
Okay.
From the series.
Kind of following in similar.
And by the way, everyone hated
ways.
Land of the Dead, but it's awesome. So
I need to reevaluate it. I did pick up the Scream Factory release. I have yet to rewatch it.
I mean, all you need to, for Land of the Dead, all you need to know is John Leguizamo.
Well,
come on.
True.
Oh, Simon Pegg, Edgar Wright, and Nick Frost all have parts in zombies in one shot.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
They do. They do. Yeah, because they're always huge George Romero fans, and there's so many. Like, if you've seen Shaun of the Dead, there's so many like love letters to Romero and Fulci.
For me,
yeah.
For me, you say John Leguizamo, but I'm like Asia Argento. It's awesome in it. I love Asia Argento.
Oh, there was a time period where I was a big fan of just everything John Leguizamo did.
Oh, John Leguizamo's great. He's
I love his stand-up stuff, his spoken word stuff. So good.
I'll have to check that out. Yeah. All right, we also got the second trailer for the 9th installment of the Fast and Furious saga, Fast and Furious 9. After the events of The Fate of the Furious, Dominic Toretto, played again by Vin Diesel, and his family must face Dominic's younger brother Jacob, played by John Cena, a deadly assassin who is working with their old enemy Cypher, who holds a personal vendetta against Dominic. The film will premiere in select theaters on June 25th in North America.
Two things. One, in the trailer, we see a car blasting off to space! We're getting cars in space!
Fast and Furious in space!
And two, I'm totally calling John Cena turns good because he joins the family because it's all about family.
John Cena, you know. Yeah.
Family is literally the concept backbone of the entire franchise.
I would like to remind the audience that this is a series that came from a group of like car junkies stealing VCRs.
Dude, this series spawned from a remake of Point Break.
Okay.
Fast and the Furious is a beat for beat remake of Point Break with cars instead of surfboards.
Interesting. What are you doing? Oh, popcorn. Okay.
Yeah, and I love the whole franchise. I love how it's evolved. Just like it's like a fucking there's a meme that went around a couple years ago about being like a role playing game. And it's so true. They've slowly they're epic level characters now. They're flying cars in space. Shit you can only do when you're level 20 in fucking D&D. You know.
That's funny.
That's it.
See,
Fast
maybe
and the movie version of Ultima.
See, that's deep cuts for RPG fans. I love the Ultima games, but yeah, I still have not seen a single one of them. But hearing that analogy, looking at it as a role-playing game, I might enjoy them a little differently.
Because
yes.
it's interesting. They start out, they're just regular dudes driving cars,
Yeah.
and as they go on, you're like in the 6th movie, and Dominic Toretto jumps from one car to another car, going 100 and something miles an hour, lands in the window without a fucking scratch.
Just like in real life. Yeah.
He does like some hardcore, like epic level shit. You're like, what the fuck? It feels like it really feels like a D&D game. It's so cool.
So he rolled a natural 20 for that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just to iterate how long this series has been going. Like I said, the first movie, the very first scene, they were hijacking a semi-truck full of VCRs.
Yeah, it was just it was just underground street racing was the setting. And by the way, I saw that in theaters.
Wow.
So did I.
So good. I saw the first 3 in theaters. Also, the other thing I wanted to point out was Han is in this. So how the fuck is Han back to life? Because
Han
the way
Solo?
It works,
yeah, I mean Kylo Ren killed him, so how could he
Han
be
is
back
killed at the end of one of the movies, and so like, what's gonna?
I don't know.
How they bring? I'm curious.
Nanotechnology.
They retcon Han back to life, I guess.
Maybe
Zombies.
maybe they made a clone of him from a
Maybe it's
strand
his
of
twin
hair.
brother.
or-
Oh, please be his
His
twin
twin
brother.
brother.
God, that's my favorite
There you
trope.
go.
Oh,
Yeah.
please,
His
because that
twin
guy is
brother.
awesome.
Yeah.
That actor's name I cannot remember off the top of my head. He's
Not
a
only
great
have it be a
actor.
twin brother, have it be a long lost, never known twin brother until now.
Exactly. Oh,
Hey,
yeah. Absolutely.
hey, they did it in Star Trek, where it wasn't until Star Trek V, the second
Yep.
last movie to feature the original crew, that, oh yeah, Spock has a brother. What? How have we never heard of this brother until now? Like, and he's a bit of an asshole. Okay, well,
Yeah, I think casting John Cena is perfect. He's already done a bunch of action movies. It's like
Yeah.
a perfect fit.
absolutely.
I mean,
yeah.
he's got the square jaw. He doesn't need good. He doesn't need to, like
He
act
was,
well. He needs to act.
No, it doesn't. He
big.
doesn't need to. Just like be.
He's be a big
Wasn't
character.
he-
He'll be
Yeah.
fine.
The big character in
So-
Bumblebee.
Yeah, he's
I
in
still gotta
Bumblebee.
watch that. I still gotta watch Bumblebee.
He's Peacemaker in the new Suicide Squad,
Yeah.
and I watched an
Oh,
interview
that's
with
right.
him.
Yeah.
He did an interview with a very well-known pro wrestling interviewer on YouTube, and he was like putting a helmet on, and they're making jokes about it. It looked like a fucking waffle iron, but I mean, he is such a character.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's gonna be so perfect for that role too.
Cool. Yeah, I'm
Anyway.
really looking forward to that new Suicide Squad. That looks like a lot of fun.
Vin Diesel riding a raptor, please.
All right. Carrying on. Official trailer for the Netflix original series Godzilla Singular Point. The series. Hello.
I thought
I am Samurai. I will
thought he was
slice
getting
you
mad
in
at
two.
you.
That's all I got. Go away, face mask. I'm trying to do the news. And
I
thank
thought he
you.
was getting mad at you.
Thank you,
Great.
thank you, Major Motoko. 46-month streak.
Damn.
Booyah! That's incredible,
Wow.
dude.
I'm
Amazing.
one of the hosts of the show, and I haven't even been
I'm
subscribed
amazed
that
that you've kept the streak going that long. That's almost 4 years, dude. 4 years. You rock.
Mine's
You
42
fucking
months.
rock.
He's only a few months ahead of me.
I am a banana.
And mine upgrades in 5 days, so I'll be able to
What more needs to be
subscribe
said? I'm a banana.
43 months.
How you doing?
It's not for a while.
I am a banana.
Go away, banana.
Come feel
There we
my
go. Okay.
banana.
My spoon is too
All right.
big.
Carrying on.
My hands are bleeding.
Godzilla Singular Point. Yes, thank you. I'm glad someone got the reference. Godzilla Singular Point. The series follows young geniuses Mai Kamino, a former researcher, and Yuri Arikawa, a male engineer, as they take on an unprecedented threat with their What?
Stout.
Thank you. An unprecedented threat with their companions. The series premieres in this June in North America. So, I know there wasn't a lot of love for the 3-part Godzilla anime miniseries they did, so I think the hope is this one will be better.
It's very anime, the
Yeah.
original one, and in the wrong direction. The way
Yeah.
Godzilla's portrayed in it is interesting, but not. I don't think it's very successful. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that it's bad. It just feels not like Godzilla. So you
All
know.
right. I haven't seen it, so I have no opinion.
Singular
But-
point. I'm still not happy with this. The way Jet Jaguar is now like a robot some dude put together. But like everything else seems really cool. Like
Well,
everything else about it.
But he was a robot some dude put together.
No, but what I mean is like he's riding inside controlling
Oh,
it. It's not,
yeah. Oh, right.
not
We talked
AI.
about that before. I can't remember if that was on stream.
to be
but-
fair,
Yeah.
it might put AI on it eventually in it. It might just start out as a robot he controls.
Possibly.
So I'm
Yeah,
gonna give it a
yeah.
chance. My point is, that's my only complaint. Everything else about this looks really cool. The monster designs look really neat.
Cool.
So,
All right. I'll have to
I'm
check that out.
excited for it still.
I have to check that out. Official trailer for the documentary Final Account. An urgent portrait of the last living generation of everyday people to participate in Adolf Hitler's Third Reich. Over a decade in the making, the film raises vital, timely questions about authority, conformity, complicity, and perpetration, national identity, and responsibility, as men and women ranging from former SS members, I read that as 55, former SS members to civilians in never-before-seen interviews reckon with, in very different ways, their memories, perceptions, and personal appraisals of their own roles in the greatest human crimes in history. Wow, that sounds intense and interesting. I would definitely like to check that out.
Gloriously uncomfortable.
Yes, gloriously uncomfortable. Official trailer for the Netflix original documentary Chadwick Boseman, Portrait of an Artist. An intimate look at the Oscar-nominated actor's incomparable artistry and the acting process which informed his transformative performances. Viola Davis, Denzel Washington, Spike Lee, George C. Wolfe, Branford Marsalis, Felicia Rashad, and more take us behind the scenes to explore Boseman's extraordinary commitment to his craft. The doc premiered today on April 17th and will only stream for a 30-day period, so catch it while you can.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe they're releasing it on Blu-ray or something. I don't know.
Ah.
Maybe that's part of the art, is like
I
that
don't wanna
art
cry.
is temporary and fleeting.
I don't want to cry.
And the impression you get from the art is more important often than the art itself. So,
It's gonna make me cry so much.
official trailer for the horror film Unearth, a fracking horror story. What?
Fracking.
A fracking horror story. Okay, I get it. Yeah, the oil.
Yeah, because
thing,
fracking.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
you
yeah,
do.
yeah. I've seen BoJack Horseman. I know what fracking is.
What a great word. use
That
of
is
word
literally where I learned that term, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'd never
okay.
heard that
Damn.
term before. I always thought of frack as the all-purpose swear word in Battlestar Galactica, and that's the only use I knew of it. So I was like, what the fuck is fracking? What the frack is fracking? So anyway,
Nerd.
a fracking horror story, Unearth, follows two neighboring farm families whose relationships are strained when one of them chooses to lease their land to an oil and gas company. In the midst of growing tension, the land is drilled and something long dormant and terrifying deep beneath the Earth's surface is released. Ooh. All right, excellent.
Super 8 Part 2.
Hey, look, horror. It has a message. You
what
can't escape it.
What a concept, eh?
You can't escape the horror with a message. You can't.
It's always, yeah, it's woke horror.
All of them in that town are going.
"Quote unquote" woke horror.
Crack.
By the way, it's
Yeah.
woven into the fabric of horror.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the very
absolutely.
beginning
it
of
is.
horror.
Absolutely,
you know?
it is. A lot of it is social
been-
commentary.
It's
Yeah.
been social commentary as from the onset. I mean, Frankenstein,
pretty much.
Dracula,
Yeah.
social commentaries.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Godzilla.
Godzilla,
Godzilla,
fuck.
big time, yeah. The original.
Candyman. I
Yeah.
mean, come on. We can go on and on.
Exactly. Official trailer, or wait a minute, official trailer for the action comedy sequel, The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. 4 years after the events of the original film, currently retired bodyguard Michael Bryce continues his friendship with assassin Darius Kincaid as they embark on a new adventure to save Sonia, Darius's wife, from new threats. Starring returning cast members Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson, with Salma Hayek joining. Very cool.
I had a coworker today telling me, that this movie was coming out.
Oh.
Usually he doesn't talk about new movies.
Oh, well, there you go.
He's just like, he goes, you have to watch it. He goes,
Oh, okay.
you need to see the first one. And he goes, because the second one's coming out. I'm like, hey, dude, chill.
Oh, okay.
Go sit over there.
You found his one movie that he's obsessed about.
I will say this: if you're watching, hi Brian.
Hi.
I've told him about my live streams and about InSaNiTy before. But yeah, he's very big into movies like John Wick, this is very much like John Wick. So if you've not seen
sort of action,
The Hitman's Bodyguard, which is the first movie.
Gotcha. Okay.
So.
Official trailer for the Chinese thriller Cliffwalkers. In the puppet state of Manchukuo in the 1930s, 4 Communist Party special agents, after returning to China, embark on a secret mission. Sold out by a traitor, the team find themselves surrounded by threats on all sides. Directed by Zhang Yimou, whose previous films include 2002's Hero and 2004's House of Flying Daggers. Very cool.
Hero was good.
Yeah, I remember Hero. I think I have it somewhere. Official trailer for the fantasy film The Waterman. A boy sets out on a quest to save his ill mother by searching for a mythic figure said to have magical healing powers. Produced, directed, and starring David Oyelowo in his directorial debut. Oyelowo previously portrayed Dr. Martin Luther King in the 2014 historical film Selma. Very cool.
Is this the sequel to The Water Boy starring Adam Sandler?
Yes, absolutely. It is about his life as an adult man.
Yes. The Water Boy became a Water Man.
That's right.
The Water Boy.
Wow. Official trailer for the British horror film Seance. Ooh, I love ghost stories. Camille Meadows is the new girl at the prestigious Edelweiss Academy for Girls. Soon after her arrival, 6 girls invite her to join them in a late-night ritual, calling forth the spirit of a dead former student who reportedly haunts their halls. But before morning, one of the girls is dead, leaving the others wondering what they may have awakened. Written and directed by Simon Barrett in his directorial debut, he previously collaborated with Adam Wingard, writing the likes of 2011's You're Next, 2014's The Guest, and 2016's Blair Witch. I've seen 2 of those, and I enjoyed both of them. I've seen You're Next, which was great, and Blair Witch, which was also great.
I need to see the Blair Witch movie. I wanted to say,
you haven't
what
seen
the
the
fuck
new one? The new one's great.
What's the
You'll love it.
Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard the fucking sequel to?
The Hitman's Wife.
Hitman's Bodyguard.
Or the Hitman's...
Hitman's...
I thought it was the
That's the
Hitman's
thing.
Wife.
That's what I'm saying. I know what movie it is, but I'm saying by the title, you don't fucking know.
Yeah.
That's
No, because the first movie is The Hitman's Bodyguard.
Yes,
the
but
second
if you're
one
gonna
is a
tell-
sequel where that
But the
guy
title-
who's bodyguarding, you're now bodyguarding his wife.
I get that, but
So
the
it's Hitman's
title,
wife's bodyguard.
reading the title, it could be the other way too.
I thought it was the sequel to The Hitman's Wife. Wasn't that the
See?
movie?
I don't know.
I don't know what this other movie was, apparently. All right, anyway.
That's great.
But
That
I'm
was
down.
my point, though.
But
It's
hey,
confusing.
hey, I'm down for anything with Ryan Reynolds. I love Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. It's just like
Yeah.
the title's a little confusing. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure people who were fans of the original will know.
I hope so.
Or they'll just be even more
When did the first
confused than
one
we
come
are.
out?
Official trailer for the comedy horror film Benny Loves You.
Oh my God.
After the accidental death of his parents, Jack's comfortable lifestyle comes to an end, and he must sell his family home. Desperate to improve his life, Jack throws out his childhood belongings, including his beloved plush Benny. It's a move that has disastrous consequences when Benny springs to life with deadly intentions. Oh my God, that sounds like so much fun.
It looks so good. Right, watch the trailer. It's so good.
I'll have to check that out. Yeah, that sounds like fun.
I'm gonna see that. That's gonna be
Official trailer for the Prime Video series, The Underground Railroad, premiering May 14th. In an alternate timeline, the Underground Railroad, in reality a network of abolitionists, hidden routes, and safe houses that helped enslaved African Americans escape to freedom in the early to mid-1800s, is an actual railroad, complete with engineers, conductors, tracks, and tunnels. Cora, an enslaved black person in Georgia, joins newcomer Caesar in an effort to ride the subterranean train to freedom. So it basically takes
Okay.
it, like,
Want to see that?
literally, like a literal railroad. Cool.
This
Another
could
one-
be offensive or good.
Or
It depends on-
or heartwarming. I mean, you know,
Depends on who
Yeah.
directed it. I would
Yeah.
say, right?
Yeah.
directed by a white guy. Oh, well.
Mel Gibson. Directed by
Mel Gibson.
Oh, no.
Oh God.
And produced
Oh, no.
by Donald Trump. Okay.
Oh,
anyway.
You had to hit that low, did you?
Yeah, I had to hit below the belt. I just had to.
You're trying to forget that.
Screenplay by Roman Polanski.
We'll never
No.
Why? Who fucking knows?
No, that'd be
God.
terrible.
Editing by Woody Allen.
And starring
Woody
as
Allen.
the conductor.
Starring Woody Allen. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh my god. How can we make this the most offensive movie ever?
Right? Yeah, we're getting canceled. Fuck.
That's it. We're done. It's been a good ride. Let's see. Official trailer for the second part of the Netflix original series, Selena, the Series, premiering May 4th. Part 2 of the series will pick up when Selena, portrayed by Christian Serratos of AMC's The Walking Dead fame, is on the brink of stardom following her journey through the Tejano music world as she learns to balance her newfound success with her personal life while leading up to her untimely and tragic death in 1995. Wow.
Oh, my God. That was... I remember the news report of that, actually.
Yeah.
I wasn't familiar with her music until years later, but, like...
The movie was very good.
Was it?
The movie about her life. Yeah.
All right.
That one that came out right after. I think that was, like, really exploitive in some way, if I remember correctly.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. But
I haven't seen the series yet. Oops, sorry. I'd like to, because I'm interested. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's just something I'm ignorant about it, and that would be nice to
for sure.
learn some stuff.
Yeah. Official trailer for the WWE documentary Superfan, the story of Vladimir. The documentary will tell the story of Vladimir Abuzadeh, one of the most dedicated and recognizable fans in the company's history. The special will premiere on Peacock and the WWE Network this summer. Well, there you go. Guess I won't be seeing that because I don't have either of those services. Official trailer for the Prime Video special, Borat, supplemental reportings. Oh my god, they're doing more. The multi-part special will follow the same formula as Jackass 2.5 and 3.5. An official release date is not known at this time. Raptors note, the full title of the special, and I'm not joking, is Borat, supplemental reportings retrieved from floor of stable containing editing machine.
It's a great title.
Very nice, yes, great success.
Excellent.
Sounds like nightmare flashbacks from Borat.
Official trailer for the and finally the official trailer for the desktop thriller Profile. I'm loving this new offshoot of found footage horror, the desktop horror thing. Some really cool stuff with that. An undercover British journalist infiltrates the online propaganda channels of the so-called Islamic State, only to be sucked in by her recruiter. Directed by Timur Bekmambetov, whose previous films include 2004's Night Watch and its 2006 sequel, Day Watch. Oh, those are good.
Those are great.
Yeah.
I wish we'd gotten the third movie.
Is there a third one? Really?
There's 3 books. We only got the first 2 books
Oh,
adapted.
we only adapted
Twilight
the
Watch
first
is the third movie that never came out.
Oh, gotcha.
The second one bombed,
Oh, that's unfortunate.
which is a shame because it was so good.
As well as 2008's Wanted and 2012's Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Well, I
my
am
God.
so sold on this. I'll never forget when we watched that Abraham Lincoln
I always love it when
Vampire
I tell
Hunter.
people, watch Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter to get a fairly accurate story of how Abraham Lincoln got into office.
It actually is
With
like
vampires.
That was the thing that I loved about it was a pretty accurate telling of Abraham Lincoln's life, but with vampires.
And
Best
no one
biography
believes me, and
ever.
They watch it and they're like, "You're not wrong."
I know, right? Like that was the thing that surprised me about it was wow.
I
You
remember
gotta be
showing my
okay with
parents that
parkour
movie.
across the backs of horses.
I am
Horse
very
parkour,
okay
has
with
been
that.
our
Yeah.
thing ever since
that
that
scene
movie.
was incredible.
Parkour.
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 That I think that was the scene that sold it for us too. Like that was like okay,
Yeah.
this is like just the perfect kind of ridiculous.
I just started
10 out of
howling
10
laughing.
A+ material here.
Amazing.
I need to watch that again. That was such a fun
Did
movie.
we watch that live? I don't think we did.
I don't think we did. I think it was just
No, I think
we should watch it live
We
this
did a
time.
group
We group watch
viewing,
it.
and it's just with us.
Yeah.
But
We should do a live one.
from the
this time.
days when it
That'd be
wasn't
cool.
as easy to do that.
Was that
but
during our
we
Beetle
did.
days?
I think it was Beetle. Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
Beetle.
Yep.
Good Lord.
All right. So, in movie and TV news, filmmaker Jordan Vogt Roberts, the director behind Kong Skull Island, has signed on to direct a feature film adaptation of Gundam, based on the hugely popular Japanese mech franchise. Brian K. Vaughan, creator of the comic Why the Last Man, has been hired to pen the script. Oh, there you go.
Even better.
Very nice.
I'm down.
Yeah. The plot for the movie is under wraps, but the original franchise is set in the Universal Century, an era in which humanity's growing population has led people to emigrate to space colonies. Eventually, the people living in the colonies seek their autonomy and launch a war of independence against the people living on Earth. This is basically the storyline of the first Gundam series, which I
was
love.
just going to say.
Yeah. The battles in the story are fought by characters piloting robots known as mobile suits. A start date on production is unknown, however, as Vogt Roberts is currently preparing to film an adaptation of Metal Gear Solid. Fuck,
Oh my God.
Yes, please, to all of those things.
Just keep making
The
movies.
game is practically a movie already.
There
so-
was
I know, right?
there was a sort of live action Gundam movie a while back called G Savior, but I don't think it was canon. It was kind of like sneakily licensed.
As soon as
kind
you
of,
mentioned
like, yeah,
stuff like Lunar Colony and some like the colonies,
yeah,
my first thought was the original Gundam and Gundam Wing.
yeah. Well, Gundam Wing was
Um,
basically like a retelling from an alternate universe
Yeah,
viewpoint.
I would love for them to like intermix a little bit of Wing in there
The
because we got like Wing
I've-
Zero and
'cause
shit.
I've watched the original Mobile Suit Gundam, the 1979 series, a couple times, and I just absolutely love it. It's so good.
Actually, funny enough,
Random note.
Inside Case has an advertisement for Gundam Wing.
For Gundam Wing, there you go. I haven't seen much of Gundam Wing. I saw it a little bit when it was on TV, but I think that was the first Gundam series we got over here, and it wasn't until later.
This
we got
was
the
I think I
other
mentioned
ones.
this before on previous SNIs.
Yeah.
This is my introduction to Gundam.
Yeah, for
This
a
is
lot
the
of people.
first
Well,
Gundam
in
I ever saw.
North America, I think it was, because I think it was the first one we actually got over here, and then we
Yeah,
started
'cause it
getting
was-
DVDs of all the other ones.
It was
But,
the only Gundam series I think besides SG Gundam
Oh God.
that we got
Yeah.
in the Toonami action block.
Okay.
But it also showed stuff like Ronin Warriors.
Yeah.
I love that
Inuyasha,
show.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon.
I love
Sailor
that.
Moon. Yeah.
I watched both those shows.
Those are great.
Random note.
Great stuff.
Have you guys seen the Gundam, the actual like real life Gundam in
Oh, yeah.
in Japan?
Oh, they have
yeah,
like a
the one-
life-size statue of one. Yeah, I've seen
It
that.
took a step.
It's not just a
The
statue.
damn thing moves.
Oh, it
It took a
moves.
step.
Oh,
It
okay.
took a step.
Never mind.
It's a mech. It's an
It's-
actual fucking mech.
That's
It's
crazy.
a really
Only in
slow
Japan, man. Like they're so
flying,
far
like,
ahead of
what's
us. It's
that?
crazy.
There's a time lapse video you can see of it like raising its arms and turning its head, but actually moving forward is just kind
Wow.
of creepy.
That's crazy.
It's because it's anchored. If it weren't anchored, it could move probably.
Yeah.
It does
Also-
move a little bit, but yeah, it is mostly anchored.
It's kind of an
So-
experience
Yeah,
thing. You
it's-
literally
yeah.
pay like
Yeah.
$10-15 to get into the
Yeah. I would do
the
that.
Gundam experience.
That would be. Yeah.
They
okay.
let you see both of the movements and it makes.
Yeah.
They have,
That's
like,
awesome.
one
I would
show.
definitely sign the fuck up for that.
Absolutely.
Me
I'm
too.
not even the
to
biggest
Japan.
fan of Gundam, but like,
And they have like a
Um,
museum and everything too. Yeah.
So, the cast of the fifth Indiana Jones film has gotten a little bit bigger as actor Mads Mikkelsen has joined the fray opposite Phoebe Waller-Bridge and Harrison Ford. As previously reported, Logan director James Mangold will helm the project with John Williams returning as composer. Awesome.
is he can play
Oh, yeah.
Nazi?
I don't know.
Jesus.
Maybe.
I mean, look, I'm just saying he makes good villains. That's all.
He does.
He's
Make,
a
he
great
makes
actor.
great villains. Yeah. It's
He's
wonderful.
my favorite
Mads
animal.
Mikkelsen was absolutely
Favorite.
phenomenal
Damn.
in Death Stranding. Oh my god!
Oh, I know. He's a great
Oh,
actor.
I still need to play that. I don't
You
think I have
do.
it. Yeah. I need to get that.
2021
I need to get
2020
that
simulator.
and play it. Yeah. Yeah.
You're
no kidding.
You're basically a FedEx guy.
Yeah. Yeah. In like a post-apocalyptic world.
Post-apocalyptic
Yeah.
FedEx. Yes.
Speaking of casting, actress Lucy Liu has joined the Shazam sequel, Shazam: Fury of the Gods. She will portray the villainous Calypso, sister to Hespera, played by Helen Mirren. Very nice. I still have to see the first Shazam. It's sitting on my shelf.
It's good.
It's supposed to be a lot of fun. Director Chris McKay is in negotiations to direct and produce Universal Pictures' Renfield. Sold. a monster movie centered on Dracula's familiar henchman and based on an original story outline from comic creator Robert Kirkman. Oh, double sold. Plot details of the movie weren't announced, but it's believed to take place during the present day and is not a period piece. McKay has previously directed and edited 3 seasons of Robot Chicken and 2 seasons of Moral Oral, quadruply sold, as well as directing the 2017 hit The Lego Batman movie, and quintuply sold.
I need to see that still.
Robert Kirkman, of course, for the one or two of you who don't know, is the creator of The Walking Dead. So,
Yeah.
The guy knows how to tell, and Invincibles, yeah. The guy knows how to tell a good story. So,
I need to see
Yeah, and the latter half of Moral Oral, so we know he can bend his mind in some really fucking dark areas.
Yeah, I think Eric and I, or Garbage Gamer and I, are the only two who've seen all of Moral Oral, and we've talked about it endlessly, about just how dark and genuinely disturbing it gets towards the end of the series.
It also helps. I will say
it's also very funny.
It helps. The first season is yes.
Yes.
I feel like I watched an episode where he got I feel like there was an episode about masturbation that I saw.
There is.
That right?
Yeah, he calls it going number 3.
Oh,
yes. I see. I saw.
Yes.
That's the episode.
I think that's the first episode, actually.
He's in the bathroom. The janitor's going,
"Oh, sorry,
you're all right in there?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm going." He goes, "You going number 1?" He goes, "No." He goes, "Number 2?" He goes, "Oh, number 3." But yeah, as I was saying, it helps if you've seen like Davy and Goliath.
Yeah, that is absolutely. Yeah, I used to watch that a lot when I was growing up.
Yeah, that was a lot.
It just makes it even more fucked up.
Yeah, because
I had a tape with a couple episodes on it.
It's a direct parody of Davy and Goliath. The joke of it is that Davy and Goliath was like this pure Christian, strong moral values show, and preaching a lot of Christian, ideology and whatnot to kids.
It's like a carbon copy, but also a fucking satire.
But yeah, so this one at first glance looks like the same kind of thing, like a modern Davy and Goliath. But then when you actually watch like even one episode, you're like,
yes,
okay, this is a little different.
It plays more on the idea of like Christian extremism, as well, like the extreme
fundamentalism.
The extreme sides of. People who take that stuff super seriously.
Yeah, it is a show that if you are of the Christian faith, it will deeply offend you. But,
it might deeply offend you.
But yeah,
it might.
It goes to some pretty dark
places. Real
places.
Conservative, it might. Yeah.
Yeah. But so just
network show, so
be warned. I think it's Adult Swim.
It's an Adult Swim.
It's got to be Adult Swim.
Channel.
Well, yeah.
Same channel.
It
even aired late on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
It did air late. I remember it's like 11 p.m. I think.
Even they were scared. They were scared of it.
It got good ratings, so like whatever. Yeah.
So yeah, needless to say, definitely want to see that Renfield movie. Holy shit.
I know, right?
Comedian Bert Kreischer has found the force for his feature, The Machine, as Mark Hamill has closed a deal to co-star in the Legendary Pictures film opposite Kreischer in the film inspired by his hit story. Described as The Hangover meets Midnight Run, The Machine is a genre-bending comedy inspired by Bert's real-life adventures and subsequent breakout stand-up routine, The Machine, which has been viewed more than 85 million times. Bert's drunken past catches up with him 20 years down the road when he and his father are kidnapped by those Bert wronged 20 years ago.
Oh my God.
While drunk on a college semester abroad in Russia.
Oh my God. And Mark Hamill's going to play his dad.
And Mark Hamill's going to play his dad, yeah.
And on top of it, we posted The Machine, like it's like a 30-minute bit. It's in the shitpost because it's on Bert Kreischer's own wet YouTube. But,
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
It's legally up there. It's not
it's his own thing. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
He's told the story. I've heard that story like 10, 15 times.
So basically, it's a movie adaptation of the story.
Every time he's on a fucking podcast, they ask him to tell that story. I'm like, I hear it again.
All right. The 1999 neo-noir thriller Arlington Road is eyeing a return as a series adaptation. Paramount Plus is in early stages of development on the project from the film's director, Mark Pellington. The film tells the story of a widowed George Washington University professor who suspects his new neighbors are involved in terrorism and becomes obsessed with foiling their plot. Cool. Sounds a
The
little
whole
bit rear windowy. Yeah.
I was just gonna say the whole, take what your neighbors are doing with a grain of salt.
Yes.
It sounds like Mimic. It sounds like Mimic 3: The Sentinel to me. God.
I haven't seen the Mimic sequels. I've only seen the director's cut of the first
Scout
one,
has a kitty.
which was great.
Hi, Skeletor.
Hi, Skeletor.
Oh, love that kitty. She's so pretty.
During a recent episode of Fat Man Beyond, filmmaker Kevin Smith revealed that the first images of his upcoming series, Masters of the Universe Revelations, will go live as soon as next month. Oh, we've been waiting so long for that. We had, like, the teaser poster, like, what, a fucking year ago?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. The series adaptation of The Last of Us has found their Tommy, the brother of lead protagonist Joel, in actor Gabriel Luna. Luna has previously shown up in Terminator Dark Fate as the Rev 9 and played Robbie Reyes in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. As previously...
Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
One singular agent. Like, hello?
The whole series is just this one guy.
This one guy in
I
the
guess
room.
it's all up to me. Okay, here we go.
The agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
The agent
I
of
am the
S.H.I.E.L.D.
agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Who are you? I am the agent.
As previously reported, Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey will portray Joel and Ellie, respectively.
No, what's extra funny is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. wasn't that great.
I didn't see very much of it. I saw like about first 5 or 6
It got
episodes.
very samey as like a lot of the other shows like 24 and stuff like that. It all kind of fell under the same category.
Oh well.
Sadly, but with Marvel shit.
I wanted to see Agent Carter actually, which was the one about
one got a
Captain
lot
America's
better.
girlfriend and her.
Agent Carter's pretty good.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
I saw that one.
And that one only ran 2 seasons, and only released on Blu-ray in the UK, but
Yeah.
region free.
Major Protocol. Budget cuts had to force Nick Fury to fire all the agents except one.
That's right. Okay, Shout Studios has found a sleepover home for Slumber Party Massacre, a contemporary reimagining of the cult 1982 feature film from Roger Corman and Amy Holden Jones. The new pick, directed by the Banana Splits movie and Vagrant Queen Helmer Danisha Esterhazy. Oh, okay, yeah, she's really good. Esterhazy, sorry. From a screenplay by Suzanne Kelly, screenwriter of Ash vs. Evil Dead, will debut later this year on the Sci-Fi Channel. Okay, well, I'm actually very interested in that because that's some good credentials there.
I thought the show got worse in the last 2 seasons, but okay.
Which one?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, okay. I didn't like.
I lost interest in the end there.
I didn't keep up with it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Stout has a kitty.
Yes, named
Yeah,
Skeletor.
Aww. Of course
And now
it's
she's
named Skeletor.
Well, room full of nerds. Yeah, that's about the nerdiest name you can have.
Yep.
It's because of the
He-Man.
meow, the way that she meowed when
Stoudman.
she was
What?
when she was a kitten.
Is this just a recycled note?
Yeah.
Because you asked me to stay up late so often.
Just throw the same note
Good.
over and over again.
Throw it back at her and like, yeah, keep on with that.
Try again next week.
Fine.
Nice squeeze.
Oh, it looks like you were petting my head at some point. The way the cat was sitting. So.
Uh-huh. All right, but not 1 minute later.
Okay. Right to left.
Not
Her
one
real
minute.
name. Her real name is Autumn.
Forget what you got.
Yeah, Skeletor's better.
Her real name is Autumn, but I
do what I want.
nicknamed her
It's my show.
Skeletor specifically because
We could all be singing, and that's
when
just
she was
my
a
part of
kitten
the
and
song. You
she
don't know.
meowed, she would meow like meh.
Oh, so like
Oh.
Skeletor. Got it.
Oh
Yeah.
god, that hurts.
My room.
Well, don't do that.
I don't have a choice in the matter. It just
Oh.
seizes.
Oh. Stop it, Skin Slips
That's
back.
like-
My next
Oh,
one's
boy.
stiff the last couple weeks.
Mine does that literally all the time, so it's like
For me, it only happens one
That's
time a
a
year,
bit
and that's when it goes from winter to spring. I'm like, I thaw for some reason.
Stop.
And everything gets stiff. Oh god.
Should I get
Okay, sorry, just setting the internet to turn off for all of Rosie's devices at 10. At 10. That's what you asked. The note you threw at me. You got what you wanted.
Shoot, I forgot to change it to
Rose, you might
11.
actually want to read the note before you actually
Yeah.
go throwing it at people.
10 a.m. Got it. Okay.
Hell yeah.
No. No, you're not staying up until 10 a.m.
Aw. Man, I used to do that. When I was a kid.
That's me.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ryan Reynolds and John Krasinski, I like both of those guys, are partnering to become imaginary friends. The pair are currently in negotiations for the fantasy comedy at Paramount, the film which follows the story of a man who can see and talk to imaginary friends. As a result, he befriends many of those who have been forgotten. Oh, this sounds charming and delightful. However, hold on. Wait.
Okay.
However, some of these imaginary friends are void of love and friendship, and they turn to the dark side. And Reynolds' character must step in to save those who turn evil. Krasinski will write and direct the film. Excellent.
Please let there be a Drop Dead Fred cameo.
Well, they can't be. Rick Mayall is dead.
You could dress somebody up. You can be from behind. It's just a little, like a nod, like in the background of the scene. You know, not crazy.
Am I the only one that gets vibes of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends?
I don't
It's
know.
literally the exact same concept, except it's a foster home.
Cool.
Interesting.
I think I saw a little bit of that. It looked funny.
It's not a bad show. It's one of the last good shows to come out of Cartoon Network.
Really?
Yeah.
Apple Original Films has officially greenlit a new Louis Armstrong documentary feature, Black and Blues, the colorful ballad of Louis Armstrong. The film will offer a definitive look at the seminal musician's life and legacy as a founding father of jazz, the first pop star, and a cultural ambassador of the U.S. It's a wonderful world. Or what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. Yeah.
What a wonderful world.
Yeah. Anyway. Young actor Jacob Tremblay is set to co-star opposite Peter Dinklage in Legendary's new Toxic Avenger movie, a contemporary reimagining of Troma Entertainment's successful 1984 low-budget action comedy hit. The Toxic Avenger is steeped in environmental themes and subverts the superhero genre in the same vein as 2016's Deadpool. Tremblay has previously starred in the likes of 2015's Room, 2019's Dr. Sleep, and voices Damian Wayne in the Harley Quinn animated series. Very cool.
Okay, first of all, please, just do Toxic Crusaders. Just don't call it Toxic Crusaders because it's not as popular as Toxic Avenger. Make Dinklage Ozone, please, for God's sakes.
They're not going to do that. Anyway.
Film owns all the character designs and everything.
Well,
so.
yeah, I know, but they're not going to do that. The next installment of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre now has an official title and rating, simply titled Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Well, that won't confuse anybody. The
Not
film,
like 3 movies with that title
the
now.
film will have an R rating. Well, it better.
Texas. Yes, rated G.
Rated G.
The Lamborghini Veneno.
He
He
cuts
uses a toy chainsaw.
a toy chainsaw and plants flowers.
We also have 2 movies called Leatherface, so it's like really confusing.
Yeah.
Because like, what's
Basically
the
just-
first movie?
I think at this point they're just like they give up and they realize how confusing it is. They're just like, meh.
Now they're just fucking with us.
It's already
Remember-
confusing. Who fucking cares?
Remember the good old days when they would just number sequels sequentially? Yeah. That was great.
Tell that to the guy who makes fucking bad Ben movies. There's only one with 2 of them with numbers,
Oh my god.
and the third one says the final chapter. And there's 8 movies.
I
Sadly,
think that The Breakfast Club 8 was a very good movie, but The Breakfast Club 9 was a much better film.
Club 9.
okay. Sadly, ArcLight Cinemas and Pacific Theaters will close down, a victim of the global pandemic that brought movie-going to a standstill. The news comes as things were beginning to look up for the hard-hit exhibition industry and serves as a reminder of the economic devastation wrought by a public health crisis that upended cultural life. The closure means that some of the most prominent and popular movie theaters in the heart of the film industry will be shuttered, including the iconic Cinerama Dome.
It's
Well,
iconic enough, I say it should be a landmark.
A
They should make
historical
it
site, yeah,
historical,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Save it from destruction and abandonment.
Oh, God, yeah, please. In-home video news, Scream Factory made a number of announcements for future releases. 2002's Eight-Legged Freaks is finally coming to Blu-ray. Oh my god,
Yep.
we waited
Thank
so fucking long
Christ.
for that one.
I bet you Arquette's come back for a commentary.
Oh, I hope
I've seen
so.
the movie all the
I
way
hope
through,
so.
actually.
So good.
And it feels like he's such a good speaker. Like, he does wrestling now.
Oh, yeah?
He's
Oh,
done
that's
podcasting.
cool.
He's just a really good speaker.
I
so
love David Arquette.
please get him on a commentary.
So
Oh my
we've
God.
actually got some really good stuff coming from Scream Factory in the coming months here. We got 1966's Chamber of Horrors, which sounds like an absolute blast. It's one of those gimmick films. It's not William Castle, but it's one of those gimmicky horror films where they have like this horror alarm to alert you when something really horrifying is going to happen, so to give you time to close your eyes. And I'm like,
That
oh
won't
my
get
god,
annoying.
I need to see this.
I want to see it. Yeah.
1982's A Stranger is Watching. 2005's House of Wax is getting a collector's edition. I'll probably get it just because I've never actually
It's
seen it. But
fucking good. It's just not a very good remake of Mask One. It's just Tourist
Yeah.
Trap. Remake Tourist Trap.
All right. 1983's Stephen King's The Dead Zone is getting a collector's edition. Definitely a must buy there.
Yay!
Yeah. And
Isn't that Cronenberg?
yes.
it's Cronenberg.
No.
Okay.
Yes. No. Maybe.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yes,
It's
no,
Stephen
yes,
King.
yes, no.
It's
All I know
it's
is the
Christopher.
ice is gonna break.
It's Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
I
One of
haven't
his
seen it
early
since
films.
the 90s on TV.
Yeah.
And then there's
I've-
also a TV show.
I haven't seen it since VHS. So
Do you remember the TV show at all?
no, I never saw it. I wanted to
Oh.
see it because I thought it looked
I've
good.
seen
but,
bits of it,
yeah.
actually.
And finally,
Pretty
2000.
good
And finally, 2001's Brotherhood of the Wolf is getting a collector's edition
Cronenberg.
as well. So it is.
Oh my
Cronenberg.
god, that's
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Brotherhood of the Wolf. Oh my god, that movie's so fucking good. I saw that in theaters. That's fucking awesome.
Okay.
So good.
So that is the end of the regular movie news and some release news. What? You're making me nervous. Just go back to your car game. I'm about to do the obituaries. Can you not be distracting, please?
Get back in the
Some
fiery
people died this
water.
week. In memoriam.
Sorry.
Timothy Patrick Quill, character actor with a near 5-decade-long career between 1974 and 2021. With 55 acting credits to his name, he mostly worked with filmmaker Sam Raimi and appeared in the director's Spider-Man trilogy, 2007's My Name is Bruce, alongside Bruce Campbell, and is best known for playing the blacksmith in the third entry of the Evil Dead franchise, Army of Darkness, from 1992. We also lost Richard Rush, film director, scriptwriter, and producer with a 41-year career between 1960 and 2001. He's known for directing The Stuntman from 1980. That's one that really needs a Blu-ray, for which he received a
It
nomination.
just got announced actually for Blu-ray. So you're
Okay,
getting it.
good. Thank God. Finally, I've been wanting to see that. I haven't seen it since I was far too young to appreciate it. I've been wanting to see it again ever since.
I've had it on DVD. It's really good.
Yeah. For which he received a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Director. His film Color of Night won a Golden Raspberry Award and is as the worst film of 1994. But Maxim magazine also singled the film out as having the best sex scene in film history. There you go. Rush.
Isn't that the Bruce Willis movie, Color of Night?
Maybe. I don't know. Rush, whose directing career began in 1960, also directed 1974's Freebie and the Bean, a police buddy comedy drama starring Alan Arkin and James Caan. He co-wrote the screenplay for the 1990 film Air America. Richard made it to the ripe old age of 91.
It is indeed a Bruce Willis film.
There you go. We also lost Edwin Aguilar, animator and assistant director with a 21-year career between 1999 and 2021. He studied illustration at Pasadena's Art Center. He went on to work at Hanna-Barbera and under Looney Tunes icon Chuck Jones at Warner Brothers. Aguilar first joined the Simpsons crew in 1999 as a character layout artist, and over the next 2 decades would also contribute to the fan-favorite Fox series as an animator, storyboard artist, revisionist, character designer, animatic layout artist, and assistant director. Bless you. He worked on the 2007 The Simpsons movie as a character layout artist. Edwin also worked on the Adult Swim series The Oblongs, such a great show, Brickleberry on Comedy Central, and others. We also lost Lee Aker, child actor, producer, carpenter, and ski instructor with a 12-year career between 1951 and 1963. Aker is best known for his appearance as Rusty of B Company in the 1950s television program The Adventures of Rin Tin Tin. We also lost Helen McCrory, OBE, English stage and screen actress with an over 2-decade-long career between 1990 and 2021. McCrory portrayed Charlie Blair in both 2006's The Queen, Narcissa Malley in the final 3 Harry Potter films, Mama Jean in Martin Scorsese's family film Hugo from 2011, Claire Dower in the James Bond film Skyfall from 2012, the Netflix series Peaky Blinders, and many others. She was appointed Officer of the Order of the British Empire in the 2017 New Year Honors for services to drama. Very cool. We also lost...
I just defined OB just as you said that.
Yes, well, yeah.
There you go.
Never underestimate the raptor. We also lost Felix Silla, Italian-born American film and television actor and stuntman with a 28-year career between 1964 and 1992. His most famous role was television's Cousin It on the Addams Family. Yeah, I just heard about this today. The character was not part of Charles Addams' original comic, but was introduced in the television series by Addams Family producer David Levy. He was also responsible for the physical performance of the robot Tweaky in the TV series Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. Well, shit. In part due to his short stature of 3 feet 11 inches, he often doubled for children in such movies as The Towering Inferno, The Hindenburg, and Battlestar Galactica. Silla provided the voice of Mortimer Goth from The Sims 2, the best-selling video game of 2005. He also played one of the hang glider Ewoks in Return of the Jedi. Felix made it to the ripe old age of 84. He was Tweaky. So we lost both parts of Tweaky. Mel Blanc was the voice, and he was the man in the suit. Yeah.
Rip.
We also lost Robert Fletcher, costume and set designer with a more than 50-year career between the 1950s and 2000s. He was best known for designing costumes for major ballet and opera companies in addition to films, television specials, and New York stage plays. Fletcher also worked on the HBO show Rome and Game of Thrones. Fletcher had a long association with the science fiction franchise Star Trek. He served as a costume designer for the first 4 Star Trek feature films, Star Trek the Motion Picture, The Wrath of Khan, The Search for Spock, and The Voyage Home. Robert made it to the ripe old age of 98. Wow. We also lost Gianetto De Rossi, Italian makeup artist with a near 60-year career between 1963 and 2021. He worked on many Italian and Hollywood films alike, such as Lucio Fulci's Zombie 2, The Beyond, The House by the Cemetery, the sci-fi blockbuster Dune, for which he worked wonders, creating the fetus-shaped space-skilled navigator seen floating in a tank, and many, many others. Oh, yeah, he did some... I love all that stuff that he worked on. He did some amazing work. And finally, last but most certainly not least, we lost Enzo Schiotti, Italian artist and illustrator with an over 40-year career between the 1980s and 2021. Schiotti was known for his illustrations of more than 3,000 movie posters, typically for horror films, including 1981's The Beyond, 1985's Demons, 1989's The Blood of Heroes, and several other Lucio Fulci, Dario Argento, and Lamberto Bava films. He also painted covers for comics and home video releases. Fun fact, the poster for Army of Darkness was also a piece done by Enzo Schiotti. Yeah, and based on the Conan the Barbarian artwork by, was it Frank Frazetta, I think. But, yeah, definitely lost some very talented folks this week. That is it for the In Memoriam in video game news. What's on the screen this week, Eric? Please tell me it's more Total Carnage. Well, that's pretty blatant.
Total Carnage.
Well, it's a form of Total Carnage. Super Fire Pro Wrestling X. Excellent. I think you used to play that a lot, didn't you, Skinslip?
Yep.
What?
I sunk several $100s into that game.
Yes, yeah. I remember you were
every piece of DLC.
Yeah.
It never goes on sale.
Yeah.
Funny enough, it's in one of those little protector plastic cases.
Very nice.
I have a Famicom Fire Pro also. Eric sent it to me actually.
Nice.
This is my only complete inbox Super Famicom game. All my other ones are open cart.
All mine are open cart.
So
actually, wait, did you send me a box game? I think you already sent me a box game, didn't you?
Was it boxed? I
think
don't remember. It's been a while.
I don't remember either. It's probably packed away. I guess we'll find out when I move out with Stoudman someday.
Yes, let me know because then it would be 2. I guess. And he leaves.
Yeah, he'll be right back.
It's all.
Oh,
Barbecue chips.
hi Skeletor.
Rose,
Kitty.
did you eat all my barbecue chips?
There you go.
Probably yes.
I will wait for the barbecue chips.
And we might have to
There,
more.
there will be crumbs left.
There'll be 2 chips left in the bag. Yeah.
Two full-size chips, and the rest is just dust.
Oh my god, this taffy decided to stick to the plastic.
On a side note, speaking of
Meld
chips, Clancy's, which is the Aldi brand,
Make dinner afterwards.
makes
You have the
a.
munchies? God damn, I got the munchies.
They make a kettle chip that it tastes like a Cuban sandwich, and it tastes exactly like a Cuban.
I thought you were
So
about to say
good.
it tastes like a Cuban cigar. Like, well, that doesn't
miss
sound very
Cuban
delicious
sandwich.
for a
Yeah,
sandwich.
there's 2 that we picked up. The one that was a Cuban sandwich, the other one was Nashville hot chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saddened by the Nashville hot chicken one because that literally just tastes like slightly spicy barbecue
Oh.
with like
lovely.
a slight chicken aftertaste.
Yeah.
But the Cuban was just like you could taste like individual ingredients. It was so good. Like you could taste the pickles, the mustard, all the cheese. It was like, holy crap.
There was a Cuban chip a couple years ago, and like I can't remember who produced it, but oh my god, I bought like 20 bags. It's so good.
Yeah, I will say if you're a fan of like pickle chips, salt and vinegar, type chips of that nature, you will love chips that are made to taste like a Cuban. So
All right.
Cuban sandwich, I guess I should. I'm just a
So
Cuban.
good.
Looking at the chips. Yeah.
Old Dutch. Oh man, I wish we got Old Dutch here.
Me too.
So good. It's my.
You can get Old
it's
Dutch
my
in the
favorite
U.S.,
brand.
but you have to be pretty far north. You have to be
It's my
almost
favorite
right
brand.
on the Canadian
Oh,
border.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Even when I lived in Bellingham, we didn't have Old
And I'm
Dutch.
pretty damn close. You know, I have all I have is a lake in Michigan.
I live 15 miles from the fucking
Not
Canadian
Lake
border.
Michigan, Lake Michigan, but the Lake Michigan and Michigan.
I used to live 15 miles from the Canadian border, and I still didn't find Old Dutch chips. So
They're my fave.
But
Love
it's
their
like
barbecue,
you
love
have
their
to get
regular, love their
right
ketchup.
on the edge.
I want ketchup chips, please.
Feel it on the edge. Anyway, so video game news this week.
Yeah.
This one was announced a few days ago. Came out of fucking nowhere. Being released on the Switch. I'm not sure when. A remake of House of the Dead.
Oh wow.
There was an official Twitter post from the developers, and people have asked if there's going to be some kind of peripheral, because they said it's true to the original game. It is a light gun shooter, and
Then.
they were wondering, is there going to be a peripheral? And they're like, more to come. That's all they say.
Oh, there's got to
So it's
be.
like-
There has to.
Oh,
be.
maybe get that new maybe get that new technology.
Oh, what's
So-
Sinden?
Yeah.
No, I don't think, because
You
I
just
looked at the
point your
gameplay
finger at the
footage.
screen. Pew pew.
No, because the Switch Joy-Cons have pretty good gyros in them for like kind of like how like an air mouse works.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's just working. That people are mostly just asking for like a gun-like attachment to fit your Joy-Con in. Look, I mean, it's small enough they can make like a gun peripheral that this thing just slots into. You don't need to like try to make it a handle or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I looked at the pictures and some of the gameplay of it, and yeah, it's the original House of the Dead, but it looks like a modern,
Really nice.
like super remade,
Like detailed
words.
and. Yeah. Nice.
And it's just super like you could like blow chunks off the zombies as you're firing at them.
Give me a Time Crisis collection,
Meaty chunks.
please.
Time
Time
this
Crisis
is kind of hopes.
collection.
Yes, we need a Time Crisis collection. We very much do.
Or is it like a daily?
This is kind of giving me hope that if this sells well and does well, that they'll continue and we'll maybe get like a complete remaster collection of House of the Dead 1, 2, 3, 4. Because my personal favorite.
Attack Me of the Dead 2 while we're at it.
Oh yes. My personal favorites are 2 and 3 actually.
Yeah.
3 because you get to use shotguns.
Hell yeah.
You're just blasting everything with shotguns.
My personal favorite is the Yuva Bowl movie. It's great.
Okay then. I saw you were posting. Speaking of Uwe Boll, you were posting some of the memes that we used to make back when we watched like Blood Rain.
Yes.
The meme that I made many years ago.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my own movie with meatloaf and hookers.
Yeah, there's literally meatloaf surrounded by hookers.
Literally
actual
meatloaf
hookers.
surrounded by actual hired hookers.
Rather than getting extras, he was just like, "I'll just get hookers to play the hookers."
I mean, because I was thinking about it, I go, what better people that would be comfortable being nude on camera?
That's what it was. Yeah.
Then
He says that
easy,
you have
easy
to
to
deal
convince.
with.
And,
Yeah, you don't have to deal with all the bullshit ego of actresses and stuff. It's just hookers. They're used to being naked. There's no problem with it. Yeah.
Or strippers, yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Strippers, prostitutes, hookers.
We used to hire, when I was in film school, we hired some strippers. Just
Yeah.
So,
There you
yeah.
go.
Adult entertainers, I guess. Is
Yeah,
the,
nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
they
representative
all
Buck,
that's one of those things. They accept all those terms, and I think it's awesome.
We fed them. We fed them like everyone else. They were actors on our set. Like,
Well, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty sure they were treated the same way.
Yeah.
So.
yeah.
More gameplay footage from the TMNT Shredder's Revenge game.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing I would like to point out is the subtle little details that they added in, as in like when all the characters are running, when you're playing as Mikey, he runs like a goofball. And I'm like, yes, thank you. Like everyone else is like, guard like this. Mikey is just like, it's like, yeah, okay. But I'm like, that is such a nice little detail, you know. They gave Michelangelo just because he's the goofball.
He's the goofball, yeah, exactly.
And it's like they gave him a goofy run, and it's just like all that, and it's the art style. I can't get over the art style. It's so good.
Yeah.
Why didn't they give this team Battletoads? What the fuck?
I don't know what the hell they're thinking of that Battletoads remake. Like, I have zero interest in that.
I swear, I think they talked to the Commander Keen team.
Oh yeah.
The Commander Keen mobile game that made that weird platformer thing. I don't know what the hell that was, but it has the same kind of animation, same kind of style.
Battletoads just feels like such a mismanaged franchise to me. Like
It is.
so much potential for those characters in that world and that, you know, everything, and they just keep fucking it up. Like
The only
they
good
had like
thing,
2 good games, well 3 good games back in the 90s, and
in the last decade, the only 2 good things that have come out of the Battletoad franchise at all was Battletoads was added to the Rare Replay when the Xbox One launched.
Oh, right.
Which included the arcade game. And in Killer Instinct, the Xbox Killer Instinct game, I think it was Rash, was because it was a DLC playable character.
Didn't they just do a really terrible remake with that art?
that's what we're talking about.
That's what we were talking
right.
about.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
sorry.
that's part of the mismanaged.
Like the only thing that's been released.
And those are the
Yeah.
only 2 good things that have come out of the Battletoads world.
I mean,
in the
even when
last
they tried to
fucking
spin it
decade.
off and do an animated series of it, that pilot is, I don't say this lightly, that pilot is awful. Like, it's completely just misunderstands what the actual concept of it is and
Right.
turns
Oh,
it
yeah.
into something completely different. Like,
Yeah, and if as a tip for people who have not played a lot of Battletoads, my recommendation, obviously, go play the NES game first. Obviously, that's
yeah.
the OG original.
Oh, it's so good. And it still
It's
holds
so
up.
good.
It's great. I played it
Um,
recently.
Then I would say your next game, go straight to either the Genesis or the Super Nintendo and play Battle Maniacs. That is a fantastic game. Oh my god, that one is the closest I'd ever felt as a kid playing like an arcade game at home.
Yeah.
So
Like when I couldn't play Battletoads in the
Like,
arcade,
it
I
sh-
played Battle Maniacs
Like, it
because
should
it was
have
that close.
it should have translated so easily into animation, because I mean that was one of the fun of the
Right.
characters, is to have these exaggerated cartoon character like moves.
over
Like-
animated characters, like
Come on.
And they're
Can't be
talking toads
difficult.
called Zitz, Rash, and Pimple.
I
Come
know.
on.
Speaking of this, there was some discussion on Twitter earlier in the week about the legality and ethics of emulation. So, Eric, do you have like some thoughts on that, perhaps? I mean, we all agree with you.
My
No.
my stance on emulation is, and I think with a lot of big creators and a lot of people that do old retro game reviews.
Yeah.
Is if the developers or the company that owns the rights to the game don't want to make the games readily available, I don't shed a tear when I find other means to play it.
Exactly.
My response was, who makes the money when I spend $600 on a fucking SNES cartridge?
Well,
off eBay.
Third
Does
party
the
seller.
developer make a dime of that? No, I don't.
Yeah.
Morals kind of fade away when games like I said, when games like Snatcher they're going for $500.
I'm a bit more extreme, and I think that I think copyright is already immoral as it being so restrictive as it is now.
It's
lengthy and infinite.
It's overly restrictive, and
it's
and
so
the thing
against the original idea of it.
Yeah, I mean, my take on it is much the same. Is basically, if there's no readily available way for me to get it now today, then yeah, I'll play an emulated version just to be able to.
That's always been my thing.
Enjoy this game that I used to play back in the day that's no longer available in any way.
I will hold my emulated version of a game until it becomes readily available. Then I will stop using that emulated version and get the real one.
Well, like look at how many freaking arcade game collections I've bought over the years, and Sega Genesis I bought every single version of the Sega Genesis collection that's come out.
Yes, I have a full-size emulated cabinet.
So many copies of the same games across those, but I get them just to have those a few extra games and to support those releases. You know,
I've been very proud of this. I've modified my arcade cabinet over the years. And it used to be I just loaded up as much as I could. And, whether it was legit or not. This was many, many years ago.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing that is on my arcade machine is something that I own legitimately somewhere.
Yeah.
So all those Laserdisc games that I had on there, I had like a complete collection of American laser games. I've taken all of them off except for
Dragon's Lair,
Dragon's Lair 2, Space Ace.
Yeah.
Along with there's a couple others. Mad Dog McCree.
Yeah. Well, because again,
I have those.
You have those like multiple times over.
There seems to be like
they have your money.
There seems to be a prevailing misconception that people can emulate games that came out last week. Like, no one's emulating PlayStation 5 games on any kind of large scale.
No.
That's just a lot of computing.
We literally, in the last year or so, have gotten a somewhat stable PS3 emulation.
PS3.
PS3. And that is what I use for testing my Senden light gun for playing games like Time Crisis 4. But the RPS3 emulator can also be used to play arcade titles, like newer arcade titles.
But it's just like
so that's what I mostly use it for. So.
Like there's a lot of misconceptions. Like it's holier than thou. You should buy your games. Like I can't buy the game. It's $600 for a cartridge.
Yeah, because I totally don't buy my games.
Well, and like what you said, like I mean, you're buying it from some third-party seller on eBay. The original creator isn't seeing a dime of that. So
trust me, I would rather have it in my physical hands. Trust me,
absolutely,
1,000%. I have 50 SNES cartridges right here. I've got like 30 NES ones. I got.
By the way, I was streaming these yesterday.
There you go.
I saw
Very
part
nice.
of Godzilla. I couldn't stick around, but I watched part of Godzilla.
Yes, and with this one, I went on a kind of a
wish I
rant
had that.
about this on my stream yesterday, about how it irritates me that this is not readily available because it is such a good game. And people know it now.
Is that from like the UK or something, or?
No, this is just they had a limited print run because the game was critically panned when it first came out because it wasn't like Monsters Melee on the GameCube. It wasn't
a simulation
action.
Yeah.
It's a simulation game.
Yeah.
And so
Godzilla. How fucking cool is that?
So now people actually like it because of the new 2014 movie. Now all these other movies in the MonsterVerse now. So people are like clamoring over this. This is why this goes for like $150 now.
Re-release it, but I bet they don't because Toho.
Exactly.
Do a digital version. I fucking download it. Like
or even just digital version. Exactly.
Give it to me on Steam. I will buy.
PlayStation is aware that this game is popular because there are specific patches and updates for the PlayStation 5 for this game.
Yeah.
That adds in some performance fixes and makes it play at 4K and at a 60 FPS locked solid. Which it could already really do on the PS4 Pro. So
true.
They just made it work on the PS5.
Again.
Another thing that I would note about, games, ROMs, and things like that. There's also randomizers for like Legend of Zelda, and Pokemon,
Oh yeah, one of the most popular things for
Final Fantasy games. And
for
people have been
streaming
clamoring for Nintendo to actually make games like that. They've been asking
or just
Nintendo
implement
to
the
make
feature
games like that. Yeah,
I was gonna say
but
right now
they
the number
do
one
it.
thing that is streamed on
Well, what are you
Twitch,
gonna do about it?
when it comes to older games that are people are using emulators and ROMs for, is Pokemon Randomizer Nuzlocks.
Yeah.
Randomizer
Like, this is
Nuzlocke
something that people
are-
want that
and for-
isn't readily available legally. So,
and
like,
for
what are
people
you
who
gonna
don't
do?
know, because I know there's probably a good chunk of you who don't know what a randomizer nuzlocke is.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what
please.
that is.
A randomizer nuzlocke, specifically for Pokemon, I'll use that as an
Sounds
example.
dirty.
Is
Just
anyway, giggity.
Hi.
giggity 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 goo. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, randomizer nuzlocke is because there's two. There's the randomizer, then there's the nuzlocke. The randomizer is self-explanatory. It's a randomizer. It makes any Pokemon you can pick up, any item in the game, random. So you can have a legendary show up as your starter Pokemon at the very beginning. The Nuzlocke part is
Oh my god, you cannot control
if
that.
your Pokemon dies or like it's faints in battle,
Yeah.
it's considered dead.
Oh, so it's like a
okay.
roguelike, basically.
Yeah,
So
kind
it's
of.
like
Except
permadeath Pokemon.
it's a permadeath, and also you can only the first Pokemon you run into in that route
Okay.
you have to catch. That is the one you have to get. If you fail to catch it, you can't get a Pokemon in that route.
Wow.
You have to move on to the next one.
Hardcore. So it's like a hardcore
So-
mode.
It's like a
Yeah.
hardcore mode.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And you can use all the other stuff. You just can't. If they faint in battle, you have to go to a nearby box and release them because it's considered dead.
Gotcha.
So anyway,
Really, Jail?
Not wrong.
You're a dick because you died.
so yeah, next thing here. I even forgot we were doing video game news. The next one here, Alex Kidd and Miracle World DX
Hey.
is finally being released for the Switch on June 24th.
There you go.
Nice.
Looks like a fun game. I mean, it's pretty much a modern remake of the original Alex Kidd,
Yeah.
right? All the way down to the little mini game in between levels where you get to play rock paper scissors,
Okay.
or I forgot what Don something Pocky. I forgot what it was. What the
Dawn
three words.
of the Dead Alex Kidd.
Rock paper scissors lizard Spock. I was like, let's see. Yeah. So next thing here, can we have more? I don't know. Can we have more Shinobi games? I would like some.
No, but we
Shinobi.
can have old Shinobi games.
Can we have all of the old Shinobi games? And can we
Like,
actually? You
especially-
know what? Can we have a definitive collection of all of the Ninja Gaiden games? I'm talking the old school ones from the NES, all the way up
Yes.
to the new ones. Just everything.
No.
The Ninja Gaiden.
Can I
Ninja
please
box
get
or
my ass
something.
handed to me in both 8, 16, 32, and modern bit?
Yes. Yes, please. I played a bit of the first.
I remember
one
the
on
jokes
a retro
about
stream a while ago.
Ninja Gaiden
fun.
when it got released on the original Xbox. About how they said even the physical game manual could kick your ass.
I was actually
Just not even playing the game. Just open the box
I
and
was
the manual.
playing. I did a retro stream a little while back. I should do another one of these days. It was fun. And one of the games we played was the original Ninja Gaiden on the, I guess, the Sega Genesis version. And it wasn't that hard, honestly. I was doing pretty well. I think it's the later ones that they get like balls hard, but I was doing pretty well, having a good time, and then something glitched in the game and I couldn't proceed. I was just like walking back and forth in this area. There was no enemies. There was nothing. I was just like stuck. And I'm like, what happened? Why can't I go? I want to go, but it wouldn't let me go. So,
But,
yeah. I was so disappointed because I'd gone through like, I don't know, the first 2 or 3 stages. Like I was making
I still
progress
couldn't
and having
believe-
fun, and then it just crapped out on me.
like I said, I remember when Ninja Gaiden came out on the Xbox, and everyone was talking about just it was the hardest game ever, and blah blah blah.
Those
It is.
ones
It's
are
a very-
ridiculously hard. Yeah,
They are very hard.
they are the Dark
then-
Souls of their day.
And then Team Ninja thought they would be hilarious and released Ninja Gaiden Black, which is
yes.
even harder.
Yes.
They're like, "Oh, you thought the first one was hard?
Hold our
here's
beer.
Ninja Gaiden Black, who is
Hold our shuriken.
It was like the definitive edition, and it was just they made like the hard difficulty on the first game easy,
Yeah.
and it got harder from there.
Wow.
And it's just like, oh, you dicks.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
So next bit here, E3 is happening this year,
Okay.
digitally, of course.
Excellent.
So look for coverage live on Twitch from us. Hopefully, we can get it all figured out. June 12th through the 15th. That is when that is going to
June 12th
go down.
to the 15th. I probably won't be doing live coverage of that. I'll just be doing highlights later that week on SNI.
We still have some
Oh
stuff
yeah,
to
it's
work
over the
out,
week. I
but
can't. I'll be doing marathon.
Best
or
case
something.
scenario, like I said, obviously I'll be streaming. Stoud might be streaming as well. We might co-stream.
Yeah, you guys have done
And,
that before.
Because if you're new here,
Could be
me
the
and
first time.
me and Stoudman have covered it for how many years?
Quite a few.
7, I think. 7.
A
at least.
long time.
Yeah.
And I've been with you for
I
several
would
of
say
them.
probably
Yeah.
since at least like 2012.
Yeah.
2012?
And then I
Yeah,
just
2011,
and then we
2012.
just go over the highlights on that week's SNI basically.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we used to post it on geeky.com.
That's
Back
going
way
back,
back
a bit,
when.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
that
when I
was
started
used
doing
to
it with
be.
y'all.
Mhm.
And then,
Oh my god.
So yeah, so we're gonna try to get that all nailed down and hopefully not set in stone yet. Do some live coverage the 12th through the 15th.
Yeah. Oh, Sony won't be at E3 again, so they're just gonna do their own show.
No, yeah, they're gonna do. And plus, they just did a big thing, so I don't really think they
Yeah.
have much to show.
That's true. Their
so
show
the
last
next
year
thing
was
here-
great. Actually, there was a lot of cool stuff in that one.
Yeah, they're well. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, they had.
All the big
Pretty much-
PS5 announcements and stuff.
Yeah, that's what they had was
Yeah.
PS5 pretty much.
Oh yeah.
So, but next thing here, available now, it was the launch trailer for Shadow Man Remastered.
Shadow Man.
And
oh, I remember that game.
yeah, like I said, a lot of people was like Shadow Man. Oh, I remember Shadow Man.
Yeah.
This game was released on N64, PlayStation. I think it had a Saturn port,
Mm-hmm.
I believe, and it also came out on PC.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like the trailer that says available now, and I put on platforms. Doesn't say
Yeah.
what platforms it's on.
Available now. What
It's just-
platforms? Yes.
Google it.
We're not going to
So-
tell you.
So yeah, so it's available now somewhere.
Oh, for something.
Sure, why not? And last but certainly not least, we got the 4th trailer for Resident Evil Village,
Ah.
showing
I'm looking
some
forward to that
gameplay
one.
footage and some more revealing stuff
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to
with
that one.
with the miss with Lady Demiscu, however you say it.
Something like this close.
Yeah, something
Mhm.
like that. Dominatrix.
Very dominating.
Totally not.
Anyway,
Big boob goth chick.
Oh,
This is
God, yeah.
really what she
9
is.
foot tall.
She's 9 feet tall.
Oh, the
Yeah, it's-
vampire.
9
It's the
feet
vampire
tall.
girls. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I need a 9 foot tall girlfriend. Good lord.
Yeah, well, it's
But,
funny because all these articles came out like the internet is terrified of these new. It's like I wouldn't just say terrified
Horny.
is the word.
I'm scared and
Yeah,
horny.
That's
yes.
a wrong
Yes,
choice of
I'm
words.
I'm
scared.
definitely
and horny.
scared, but I'm
Yeah.
totally horny. Yep.
Yeah.
Man, her breasts are 9 feet tall.
If
What?
by terrified you mean
She's 9
horny,
feet tall.
then yes.
No.
Her breasts are about 7 feet tall, roughly. No,
Her breasts are 9 feet tall. Totally.
But at the very end, though, it announced a release date.
hey, that's cool.
Ah.
The release date is, hold on to your butts,
Mhm.
May 7th.
Oh my God, that's right around the corner. That's less than a month
Yes.
away.
Yes,
Dun,
it
dun,
is.
dun.
Well, shit. I need to have that in my possession so I can play it immediately. 'Cause,
Yes.
Yeah. Major Motoko
Oh,
says
yeah.
there's DLC of that vampire in swimwear I heard of. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, because that's what the internet needs.
Yes.
Right?
We need to be more horny.
Good Lord.
More horny.
Morning.
Just like to give a little bit of love to Crolatin, who apparently has had a really bad week this week. So
Oh, we haven't seen him all week.
I know
I'm
we
sorry
haven't
to hear
seen him
that.
around very much. Just sort of mentioned, real life stuff getting in the way. Things happening. Love you, man. Sending good vibes
Here's
your
a kid.
way.
I hope this next week's better to you.
Yeah, I hope this week's better for everybody. Sounds like a few folks had a rough week
Thank you,
this week.
Dad.
So,
It's true.
and August says someday the next Beyond Good and Evil will come out. Someday, I know. I do have the remaster of the original a couple times over. Got to show my support. Love Beyond Good and Evil. That's one I want to do like an all-day stream of at some point. Just play Beyond Good and Evil all day. It's just
Such an atmospheric game.
It's a beautiful game. It's like, it's kind of open world, but also there is a pretty solid story to it. Has a beautiful score, and it's just a wonderful fantasy world that it takes place in. And we've been
I'd
promised
say
a
it's
sequel
about as
for
open
so
world
much time.
as Jak and Daxter's.
Yeah,
open
I'd say that's a good comparison.
world. It has
Yeah.
like sub worlds, but then there's like a hub world.
You can go
that
back and
run
forth,
around in.
and yeah.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it. I originally played it on the PS2, and I loved it. And I've been meaning to play the remastered version for a while, but I just haven't got around to it yet. But yeah,
It took me half a second to
We were-
process what August said.
we were promised a sequel many moons ago because it wasn't a huge success when it first came out. It was very well reviewed, very well received. It just didn't make a lot of money. But it became kind of a sleeper hit after the fact, and enough that they got the green light to do a sequel, and it's been in kind of development limbo for I don't know how many years now.
Yeah.
We had a teaser trailer a while back which looked fantastic, but haven't seen anything since. So
Yeah, every year we just hope to see something and
yeah,
nothing. So
We
it's
just
another
get-
one of those. It's another Last Guardian. It's another
Yeah.
Death Stranding. Another
say it's-
Cyberpunk.
it's definitely up
You know?
there. Yeah,
It's all those.
it's one of those hidden gems that more people should experience. So one day I will do a stream of that, and we'll all experience the original together, and then we can all be
Yes.
sad together as we wait for the sequel that may never happen.
It will never
Still amazes
happen.
me.
Can
Kind of,
all-
like I said, like Jak and Daxter, it very much amazes me that they were able to make a game that detailed
Mhm.
and that alive on like the PS2
Yeah,
Right?
and on the GameCube
yeah,
and stuff like that. And it's just like, holy shit,
no, it's great.
One that I'm glad this is kind of in that same vein of popularity.
Hmm.
I'm just glad that games like Psychonauts is getting as much love as it is now.
Yeah,
Because those were just
that's one I'd
you
like
get
to play.
worried that
Yeah.
games that good get lost in the ether just because they were on like 6th generation consoles.
Oh wait a minute, Psychonauts. Yeah, I have that one a couple times over again. It's,
That one is still rated. It's still claimed to be the greatest hub world in any video game ever.
and it has the voice of Zim as the main character. Yeah, I played a bit of that on PS3 when they released it as one of their PS2 Classics titles. I've since got the PS4 version as well, which has the 1080p up rendering. So
Yeah.
I definitely want to fire that up at some point. It's good stuff.
So that is it for the video game news.
That is it for the gaming news. I have no pickups this week, ladies and gentlemen.
Neither
so-
do I.
All
Neither
right.
do I.
And neither does Stout.
I got 3, but I'm going to hold off till next week.
Okay.
We don't have
good.
any. None of us have any pickups this week.
Wow. I
I
actually.
had
We're all
pickups,
broke.
but I
I
just have
did-
like 3.
I
Oh,
did.
wait.
I did spring for a few items from Amazon this week. Some stuff I didn't want to miss out on because things I like have a tendency to disappear and go out of print really fast. So there was a few that
One thing of note,
there was a few that I felt were teetering on the edge and didn't want to miss out on them. So I grabbed those and a couple of other
FOMO.
things too. So yeah, FOMO.
So-
In the
FOMO.
process,
I was talking about one thing.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
I got this.
Eagle Force. Excellent.
Nice.
I
Hold
waited.
on. Let me,
I waited 2 years for this fucking thing.
there we go. Okay. General
This-
Brown.
So this, I backed this like 2.5 years ago.
Oh, it's like a
Because-
Kickstarter thing, eh?
Yeah. So this is
Nice.
this is a 4-inch figure.
Mhm.
It's a scale I collect.
Yeah.
But I mean, as a child of the '80s, there's like mostly white faces. So I was like, I wanted some
true.
diversification when I backed this figure, in particular,
Yeah.
because I just have a lot of white faces in my army, and
Yeah.
I don't know, I just want it to be more reflective of real life.
For sure.
And so I backed this, and then like there were like revisions. They had prototypes done, and then the pandemic hit,
Oh,
and
yeah.
this guy named Tianderlin Liu or whatever stole the fucking or left. He absconded in the middle of the night with several Kickstarters molds.
Oh my god.
So in the process, the molds for these were gone for like most of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Then when they got them back, some of them were damaged. So they had to redo some of the figures.
Oh my god.
And then more disasters kept happening, And finally in January, these got in a fucking container and came here. Finally,
Wow.
they're coming here after a delay because of COVID.
Yeah.
But I
Wow.
don't know if this company is going to survive after all this because they went through a lot of money. They spent a lot of money on this.
We need to see like a Netflix documentary series about that whole fiasco.
I know. I get a bonus Kickstarter figure, which is the plain black, like all black ninja guy,
Ooh,
basically.
so kind of like Snake Eyes.
Like Snake Eyes, yeah. It's basically a
Almost
Snake
like-
Eyes knockoff. That's
yeah.
on Snake Eyes. His name's Midnight.
Midnight. Yeah. Okay.
I don't have Snake Eyes, so this
All right.
works.
There you go.
But this figure's really cool. It's really posable. I had
Yeah.
to heat him up because his joints were a little rough.
Oh, okay.
I wish I'd been able to back some of the other figures because there are some other figures I'd like to get,
Yeah.
and now they're like $60 on eBay.
Of course. Of course.
So that was
they are.
everything. It's all I'm talking about. The rest I'll wait until next week.
Very good. All right. And yeah, I should have some stuff. Most if not everything, should arrive by next week. So I should have about 4 or 5 items that I can talk about. Hopefully.
I have something showing up from FedEx on Monday.
I don't think any of them are coming from third-party sellers. There might be one from a third-party seller. I don't recall. But, yeah. So anyway, most, if not all of them, should be here by next week.
And Seth Angel is not the first time without no pickups. That's happened at least 2 other occasions.
We've had a few times. Yeah.
There's been more
We're
than one
broke.
occasion. We've all been broke as
We're
fuck.
fucking broke right now. Well, everybody's broke. Like, I mean, this week's marathon,
Economy
we hardly
shit.
got any bonus time. The only reason we had as much time as we did today was because I carried over some hours from last week. So everybody's broke this week. It's just one of those weeks.
I'm
It
mostly
happens, you know.
just broke from getting all my stream stuff set up.
Yeah.
So
All right.
kind
Well, that's
blew
good,
my
though.
wad
That's-
over the last
I'm broke
You know.
because I'm disabled.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Uh-huh.
It's true.
I'm broke
the
because-
economy is shit.
Well, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
broke because I literally live on tips, and nobody has any money to spare for tips.
Yeah, that's how it works,
Except
unfortunately.
the 10 cents Duncan just flipped into the cup. Thanks, dude.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to have steak
flavor.
now. Oh, $1.
hell yeah,
Oh,
there you
fuck
go.
yeah. Bag of gummies, too. Awesome.
Fuck yeah, some bubble gum right there, buddy.
No, seriously, thanks, guys.
Hey,
Every,
how
Every-
much-
every,
gum.
bring for a soda.
Thanks. Every little bit helps. Appreciate every penny.
It actually does.
Well, I guess movies. I didn't actually watch a lot of movies this week either. The only thing I watched was because I've been working on YouTube videos, so I haven't had time to watch much because I've been filming
enough-
and editing and.
I watched
highlighting
a
and
movie
stuff.
this week.
The only thing I watched was some more Doctor Who with Ray. Actually, we watched
Yay.
2 stories for which I have the novelizations here. I'll just show you those. We watched The Edge of Destruction and Marco Polo.
Hey, I remember
that one.
We
Those
watched,
slideshows, right?
It was, yeah. The I think when we watched it, we watched the condensed 20-minute version.
Correct.
Yeah, this time around, Ray and I watched the full-length 7-episode version that was put together, the reconstruction that was done by Loose Cannon a number of years ago. Very cool because they, when they originally produced that story, they did a whole lot of full-color photos on set of the sets and the costumes and everything. So what Loose Cannon did was they got all of those photos and then all the telesnaps and stills and everything that find, like all the black and white ones, and colorized them to match, like using the actual color set photos as a guide. So we had this full color version of Marco Polo. Even at the time when they were producing it, they were saying they wish they could have done it in color because the sets were just so vibrant and detailed and everything. So it ideally is how they would have wanted to do it back then, but they just didn't have the budget at the time. BBC didn't go color for like another 7 years. But it was great. I forgot like just what a great story that is. The first full proper historical story that they did for Doctor Who. And it's wonderful. It's just a great story, and Loose Cannon did a fantastic job with the reconstruction. We consumed some edibles about midway through, so the last 3 episodes were a whole different experience. Like we're still following the story and everything fine, but like you gotta understand, there's no clips. There's not a single clip from this story surviving. It's all stills. So we're watching, and you know, it just kind of flips through the stills, like going, like focusing on whoever's talking and stuff like that. But the last 3 episodes, both of us were saying, like, did you see that scene, like, moving? Like, you're just like, yeah. And it's just like, we could have sworn we were actually seeing the scenes. And thank you, Edibles, for making that an even better experience. Like, there's this like, really epic sword fight at the end between 2 of the main characters. It's kind of been building up to this moment through the whole story. And the whole sword fight is literally like 6 still pictures that you just keep flipping through, and you just hear the clanking swords in the background. But then, to us, we were seeing the sword fight. Like, the sword fight was actually happening, and we're just like, yeah, get him, go, get him, go, yeah, get that guy. It's like, oh, that was close. Oh, did you see that? And, you know. Craziness. Hey, thanks, Duncan. Says, target locked. Stream boss secured. Oh, there we go. Got the stream boss.
Taken out. Bam.
So we got 1/2 hour on the clock. Well, it's not quite enough to carry on the festivities tomorrow, but we can certainly carry that over till next week and add it on to the grand total. Thank you so much, Duncan. Really appreciate that, dude. Excellent. 0.5 hours. And there we go. Okay. Thank you very much. Good sir, master of tea. So yeah, anyway, it was great to see Marco Polo again. It's also been great to be rewatching these early episodes for a couple reasons. I mean, just to see them again and enjoy them again. Also to watch them with Ray, who has never seen Doctor Who before, so I get to see all of her first-time reactions and stuff. And,
that's it! That's the connection!
Yes, that's the connection. If you want the slideshow presentations to be a little more palatable, try some edibles before you watch.
Or, as they say in chat, I only eat edibles. I'm not going to touch inedibles.
Well, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Good
Man,
point.
these edibles ain't shit. Oh, God.
Oh, I'm in the show.
Oh.
But, I actually watched a movie this week.
So that was great.
What?
And that's all I watched this week. Oh, I should mention also, I started, I finished watching The Office this week.
You finished The Office.
I finished The Office. What was that? $1.46 for Ryan Chataway. Don't we usually do this at the start of the show? Like,
And Ryan Chataway.
so I finished watching The Office this week. Let's see. It actually was $23.99 for another half hour. Minus, what is it? $1.46. So it'd be $22.53 to add an additional half hour. We're not going to continue tomorrow unless we get at least 2 hours, because we gotta make it worth actually getting up for, you know. So. God. Okay. So anyway, I finished The Office this week, and it was great. I shed many, many tears during the last 2 episodes, which are both double-length episodes. There was the return of a long-absent character who I knew was coming back, but the moment in which this character came back was just like, oh my God! It was just so beautiful and perfect and
adorable.
It was such a perfect ending for the series, like such a satisfying finale. Wrapped up all the loose threads, and many of them in ways that you wanted them to wrap them up. and it was just wonderful. What a great series! Absolutely loved it. Will highly recommend. And I immediately went to see how much the Blu-ray set goes for. It's like $200.
Right.
So that's not happening anytime soon. But
Rip to your wallet.
yeah, that's gonna have to wait until I have a lot of disposable income. But no, it's great. I loved it. And then I thought, well, I still want to have a sitcom that I can watch. So I decided to get back to Parks and Rec, which I also left off about halfway through a while back. So I couldn't remember exactly
Me
where.
and Stout need to watch the last season still.
I couldn't remember
And the
exactly
reunion.
where I left off, so I just read the descriptions for. I knew it was somewhere around season 4 or 5, so I read the descriptions for season 4, and it's like, I might have seen that one, but I'm not sure. I'll just start.
That's a good place.
I'll just start. I'll just start from here, and then after I watch this, I'm pretty sure I've seen this episode, but I think I'm in the general vicinity, and I don't mind watching this again because it's such a great show. So
good.
yeah. So anyway,
Bye, bye, little Sebastian.
so
I was
back.
gonna say the glory that is Ron Swanson.
Yes. So back to Parks and Rec. So the one I was watching was the one where there's this group of religious nuts that think the world's going to end. So they're having like this end of the world festival in the park. And, you know, it's quite funny. You just say the world doesn't end. But, yeah, it's good. Good times. Parks and Rec. Love it. Ron Swanson.
Bacon.
Oh yeah, was it Chris Pratt and Audrey Meadows go off to do his bucket list because the world is ending. So one of the big things left on it, he does a whole bunch of crazy shit for his bucket list, and one of the things left is he wants to go see the Grand Canyon, and the Grand Canyon's like a 30-hour drive away. So they steal his dad's car, and or her dad's car, and one of their dad's car, and take off for the Grand Canyon. So they get there, and they're like standing there. It's like, wow, this is amazing, it's so beautiful. And she's like, yeah, I'm trying to think of some way to hate it or be sarcastic about it, but I just got nothing. It's amazing. And then he says, yeah, so where are the faces? And she just looks at him. It's like, you know, the faces of like the presidents and stuff. Where is that? And it's like, and she just looks at him like, it's like, we just drove 30 fucking hours and you thought this was that?
Mount Rushmore. I was like,
It's Mount Rushmore, which is actually way closer than
My
this.
God. Hey, Lutron, $10. Thank you so much, dude. Thank
yes,
you so
Stout.
much.
That's the joke.
So that leaves.
I was like-
That's the joke. So that leaves 12:53 to add an extra half hour to next week's proceedings. But we'll see. Thank you for making that an even amount, by the way, Lutron. So refreshing to see that for a change.
Or
Actually,
62.53 if you want him to play tomorrow.
oh, it's 62.53 if you want me to play tomorrow. Correct. Yeah, we need a
Duncan,
minute.
you need to stop playing with the bees.
I have a thing where it's like a minimum of 2
they do
hours
hurt.
to carry over to the next day. Otherwise, we'll just carry it over to the next week. So
Bees!
the
Apparently-
bees.
Apparently, Duncan right now is bleeding because he just got stung by a bee.
Really? How deep did that bee sting you? Jesus.
It fucked you hard.
Oh, 8:49 from Ryan
God
Chataway. You guys. Minus 8:43.
It oddly matches your donation picture.
So that leaves
just
$4.10
awkwardly smiling.
for the next half hour. Just wait for that $4.09 to appear. Or $4.11.
So, so yeah, I watched a movie that I will openly admit I had never seen all the way through until now.
Yeah, so what is
And you're
this
gonna-
movie you watched? So we keep getting sidetracked.
Yes.
What did you watch?
I watched the original 1954 Godzilla.
Hey, had you never seen it before?
I hadn't seen it all the way through. Like I'd seen little bits and
Okay.
pieces here and
So
there, but I
the-
hadn't.
So the
like,
original,
just sat and watched
the
it.
Japanese
The
one,
original.
not the Raymond Burr cut.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's funny enough, it's available on HBO Max.
Oh, well, there you go.
Along with a whole bunch, because that's where, if you didn't go to the theaters to see Godzilla versus Kong, that's the other place you could see it. So they happen to put that whole MonsterVerse series. You can watch all of them on there.
Nice.
But they put in the original 1954 and a couple other random ones.
Okay.
You can watch.
So what'd you think?
I'm coming from the other direction. Having
Yeah.
seen Shin Godzilla
Mm-hmm.
and now watching this,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. The movie, I mean, if you're one of those people that just watches it and just is like, oh yeah, this is supposed to be an old-timey movie, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be cheesy and corny and blah, blah, blah. It's an old, you could tell it's a dude in a rubber suit
Yeah, of course.
taking down cardboard cutouts of buildings
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But if you're someone like me or someone like us who gets the context of it,
Yeah.
like Shin Godzilla, that movie's fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It
it's,
is.
it's an allegory for the nuclear devastation that they suffered there just not even 10 years prior. 9
Yeah.
years prior.
And like I said,
So
it's the
still-
same with Shin Godzilla.
So that memory was still very, very fresh for Japanese people.
That Shin was a allegory for the whole tsunami and the devastation of the
Yeah.
nuclear power plant.
Yeah. same kind of thing.
But yeah, obviously getting past the cheesiness factor of it being a movie from
The
1954.
effects are definitely dated,
But yeah, that movie is a horror film.
absolutely, 100%.
100% through.
Yeah, it is a cautionary tale.
And
Yeah.
I could see, I still can't see why Toho went, okay, let's make a movie to scare the masses.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's make it safe for kids.
Yeah, I know.
What happened? Who hurt you?
Who hurt you? Show us on the
Funny.
Godzilla suit where he touched you.
Yes. And it's just I still am failing to see the juxtaposition, the change from that to flying backwards on the atomic blast and jumping 30 feet across the screen on a tail.
I just realized, but in case anyone was wondering, no, that is not a Nike chair. That is not a Nike swoosh. That is actually a cast, like a foot brace thing for Rosie's ankle when she twisted it a while back.
Oh,
I wasn't even looking at
She
it.
put it on the chair, so yeah, I'll get
Now,
it.
see now that you've mentioned it. There you go.
See,
There we go. I said I didn't even notice it was there until you mentioned
it's
it.
like really firm plastic. So anytime she has a sore ankle, she'll put this on and hobble around.
What? What were they asking?
Nothing. Anyway, nothing. I was just telling them what
Autocorrect
that
is
was.
drunk. Okay, it's always drunk. It's autocorrect.
So what was he talking about, Eric? Sorry, I missed part of
He
this.
saw the first Godzilla movie for the first time, all the way through.
The
nice.
1954 one, all the way through.
Yeah.
Oh,
The,
excellent.
the original.
So the
The
original.
original.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly I wanted to see it. One, it was easily available because I don't
Yeah.
own the original movie.
Mm.
Um,
I have it like 4
And
times
two,
over.
I unhealthily love Shin Godzilla. and I
movie.
knew Shin Godzilla was a modern remake of that movie.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So
Elements. of it.
it's resetting the world of the world doesn't know that there's a giant monster that lives under the water, that kind of thing. They don't know what it is, why it's here, and why it's destroying Tokyo.
Well, the interesting thing about Shin Godzilla is like they go into sort of how the stuff created Godzilla, like as you see him in
Yeah.
various stages of growing and forming and stuff.
Yes.
So that was interesting. I like
And
that.
there's still to this day, there's like the fan theories and theories going around, especially for, and I won't say what it is, obviously, if you've never seen Shin Godzilla, the very, very last scene in the movie.
I
That
don't
shot.
remember. I've only seen it once.
I can't say this, the shot of his tail. That's it.
Okay.
That shot that pans up to his tail, and then it cuts to black and starts playing the original theme along with the end credits. So like that,
yeah.
that scene has been analyzed and discussed,
Oh, I'm sure.
and theorized and researched for years now because it came out in 2016.
Well, I think the thinking was we were going to have a concurrent series of Japanese Godzilla films while we were getting the
And
MonsterVerse films.
According to Toho, we are
Yeah.
like he wants to continue, or Toho wants to continue with the Shin Godzilla
Yeah.
version, something like that. But like
But-
we've mentioned, I think in like last week's SNI, the SNI
Yeah.
before, he wants to wait for the current
Yeah.
American MonsterVerse to
Yeah.
conclude.
They decided
before
not to do it concurrently.
Yeah, because I don't know if they just don't want to muddle them together or
Yeah.
don't want to step on anyone's toes.
I'm guessing
something like that.
that Legendary Universal gave them a very large sum of money to stop. Please stop. You're
Yeah.
undercutting us. Stop.
Yeah.
You know, your series
Yeah.
is great, but stop.
It's like,
Stab.
yeah, that's great that the Americans tried to make another Godzilla movie again, but we made one too, and this is the real deal. So it's like,
Yes.
come on, please give him a chance, Jesus.
I said the new series is way more true to the original
Yeah.
version of Godzilla than the previous remake, American version.
Which, oh my
You know,
God, yes, like
yeah, the
big
current
time.
MonsterVerse.
I think it at least captures the heart of
Hugely.
Godzilla.
Absolutely, it
Well,
does.
I mean, like
Absolutely.
hasn't the current versions been endorsed and handshook with Toho?
Oh yeah. Well, they
Like
have
Toho
to be.
agrees and
Well,
accepts this as a canon Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yes, but they didn't like the fan backlash in 2014, which is why they made Shin Godzilla
Yeah.
in the first place.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, like the fan backlash is why you made Godzilla 2000.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like this is how Toho responds to this stuff.
Mhm.
They make we make a movie, and if people don't like it, Toho steps in and goes, yeah, okay, hold on,
Hold my beer.
hold my beer.
Give me your beer back, you fuck. You deserve
Yeah.
it.
This is how you do it.
That's right.
So this is it's like okay, so
Cool.
and yeah, honestly, we need to keep fucking it up because we keep getting stuff like Shin.
Exactly. So
Well, I like
So-
2014 because it's like a disaster movie, but
Yeah,
Godzilla
I
is
like
a
it too.
disaster.
I was still kind of riding high off of movies like Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
so watching the 2014 Godzilla was still,
Yeah.
it was pretty
great.
primo.
So Skinslip and Stoudman, what did you two watch this week, or individually or together?
Yeah, did you watch anything
Whatever
individually?
you want to talk about.
I didn't watch anything on my own.
All right.
Okay.
1997's Mastermind, starring Patrick Stewart. Stout.
Ah.
This is your this is one of your favorites.
10 years
I've
after
been on
Next
a
Generation started.
mid '90s weird movies kick.
Okay.
Understatement.
Mostly because for some random reason, Amazon Prime has just been like picking up all these movies that like otherwise not available on DVD or on Blu-ray.
Right.
Masterminds being an excellent example. Masterminds
Right.
was only ever released. Right. Masterminds was only ever released on VHS.
Ah.
So to be able to watch it on
A rare
streaming
VHS.
like Amazon Prime,
In high def,
I
I
was like,
assume.
hell yeah, I have to
Yeah.
Nope.
watch it.
Oh, no, it's not?
I remember
It's a
seeing
DVD
this
master.
movie.
Oh, okay.
I remember
Oh, it's
seeing
still
this
better.
movie, which is funny
Yeah,
because it
yeah.
never got a DVD release. But I remember seeing this movie in theaters, and then the very next week, it was pulled out of theaters.
Ah.
This movie apparently only made like what was it?
$78.
$78
Wow.
in the UK.
Box
This is a
office
Patrick
smash.
Stewart movie.
Wow.
Patrick Stewart is in this movie,
That's crazy.
and it made $78.
Sir Patrick Stewart, isn't he? Isn't he Sir Patrick Stewart?
Sir, he's Sir Patrick Stewart.
I'll fuck it
Yeah.
up.
I don't think
You're
he
in that
was
shit.
Sir at that time. But,
Doesn't matter. You heard him in even the past tense, it's Sir.
Yeah.
but
Oh.
I think some of his best lines come from this movie, easy as they may be. But he's
Hmm.
just such an amazing actor.
Yeah, he's wonderful.
It's basically toy soldiers, but only in that it's like a movie that is about
A
terrorists
school.
trying to take over a school
Mhm.
and the kids fighting back. Like, okay.
Okay.
In every other way, it is Home Alone for kids, which is in
No,
fact
it's Die Hard for kids.
Die Hard.
Yeah,
for-
Die
Home
Hard for
Alone
kids,
is for
sorry.
kids, Stout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Die Hard for kids.
There's a dash of Home Alone in here.
Elements
but-
of Home Alone
Yeah.
in it. That's what I meant
But
to
it's
say.
it's literally beat for beat Die Hard, but with a prep school.
It's
in a
like
castle.
Sesame Street, but for kids. Oh.
Brilliant.
They even have scenes where like the kid is in the air vent.
Hmm.
And it's
Oh.
like,
Yeah.
like
Is there a scene where the kid gets a really bloody feet?
No.
Where the child has to walk
But-
across broken glass in bare feet? No? Okay.
There are totally things in here that should have definitely killed people, like a guy falling several stories head first down an air shaft.
Well, see, now that sounds like
Um,
Home Alone.
A guy getting about 500 pounds of coal dropped on him from a coal chute. Things like this keep happening, and then 5 seconds later, I'm still alive, or groan, or whatever. Like, yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
But
Because
it's
it's for kids.
yeah, it's a fun movie.
Okay.
It's a real fun movie.
All right, cool.
My favorite line, and one I really need a gif of, is Patrick Stewart. There's a scene where the kid who's fighting back, he sets off the sprinkler system in the school for like the fire,
Mm-hmm.
to stop fires.
That is generally
And-
what sprinkler systems are for, yes.
Yes. Well, I want to make it clear, it's not an outdoor sprinkler system; it's an indoor sprinkler system.
I think
Yeah,
we just
yeah.
need to have a slow clap just on hand. Just
That's right.
Jesus Christ.
I hate my friends.
Anyway, but they're using a computer to fucking like control the security system of the school. Sprinkler system goes off. Computers are fucked.
Mhm.
And so there's a moment where he's like got fucking an umbrella open in the school with the fucking water raining down above him. He goes, I'm not a violent man, but I really do think I'm gonna have to kill somebody here.
Mhm.
It's like the perfect GIF for so many moments,
Mhm.
and it doesn't exist yet. This GIF, I have not found it
Well,
anywhere.
then you must create it, Stoud.
That's right.
You
So,
you must do what I do.
Must
Find the
create.
scene on YouTube and then
go
make a GIF out
to
of
go
it.
to easygif.com and you can just add text to it, and there's your meme.
All right.
Easy.
The next one we watched was The Arrival from 1996, starring Charlie Sheen. Pretty Tiger Blood Charlie Sheen.
Yes, I think I've seen that one.
He plays a character called Zane Zelinsky, who is a SETI-like guy who overhears aliens speaking back and forth and uncovers a worldwide conspiracy involving climate change and aliens. And I'm not spoiling a damn thing. It's all in the trailer.
Wait a second. You said it's called The Arrival?
Yep.
Oh no, I'm mixing it up with Contact. Never mind. Yeah, okay. Never
That
mind.
come out the next year.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I've seen Contact. That one's good.
it's a fun story. I actually saw both of those in a double feature. I saw Contact was a new movie, and
That'd be-
Arrival was the B movie.
That'd be
After.
good.
Well, that
That'd
was
actually
a
be a pretty
rental
good
when I
double
was-
feature. Yeah.
It
was.
was Snow
Both
Cabin.
similar ideas.
That was
That's
Snow
cool.
Cabin? Nice.
Yeah, it was living in California. Used to go up to the mountains and stay in a cabin for a few days.
Okay.
That's the only place it's snow. Then
Nice.
we'd go to the local place and rent movies. One of them, I remember when I was a kid, we rented Contact.
Nice.
Oh yeah, good movie.
It is.
First I saw it was when I bought the Blu-ray really cheap. I was like, I should finally see this movie from 25 years ago. And I did, and I liked it. It was good.
Anyway, what are your thoughts on this one, Stab?
I liked it. There's nothing like amazingly special, but it's memorable. It's not bad.
You coined a term for this movie?
I called it Trash Hitchcock because
Okay.
you know how Hitchcock did suspense scenes, and he
Yeah.
actually there's the fucking video he did where he's talking about exactly how he does suspense scenes, why he does them the way he does them, and why they're effective. Like Hitchcock literally explained this in great detail, right?
Mm-hmm.
This movie takes from that in every single way. It's like doing exactly beat for beat what Hitchcock would do, create suspense in a scene.
It's a low budget film.
Just specifically, the idea of like the audience knows what's happening. The audience knows something and sees something, but the character in the movie doesn't know what's happening.
Right. Yeah.
So the audience is on the edge of their seat. Oh God! This is something happening over here. Oh my God! It's right there.
It's the stereotypical "don't open the door"
yeah.
Right.
Yes.
scene kind of movie. Yeah.
So
Only in the case of this movie, they are just the stupidest scenes ever. It's like it's absolutely inspired by Hitchcock, but also the scene that like what the audience knows that they don't know is that there is a scorpion on every single individual blade of the fucking the
Fan.
the ceiling fan.
Mm-hmm.
And we could see from above that there is a scorpion placed lovingly on every single blade.
Yes.
And it's like
there's like 500 scorpions in
things
this room.
that would
It's ridiculous.
literally never happen ever in a million years.
See, that reminds me.
But it was good.
That reminds me of one of the things that made me hate Fear.com. And that was...
man. A lot of reasons to hate that movie.
Well,
a lot of reasons to hate that movie.
But one of them that relates directly to what you just said was... One of the one was about a particular... What should have been a suspense scene and how it was shot. And it was the two main characters going through a door to a bathroom. And there was potentially something, horrible in the bathroom. So what did the director do in their infinite wisdom? Instead of having us on the side of the door with the characters, as they're slowly, creepily, tentatively opening the door, they had an overhead shot of the camera in the bathroom, where you can just see everything, clear as day, and you just see the door slowly, tentatively opening, and then you're like, yeah, there's nothing in here, guys. You can just come on in. Like, completely destroying any potential for suspense that moment could have had. But they're still acting like it's a suspenseful, scary thing. And it just wasn't. Because, why are we seeing everything in the bathroom completely clearly in this shot when they're supposed to be scared? We should be scared with them.
Right.
This is like horror movie. This is horror movie 101.
On the handle of the door.
Yeah.
The crack. Their faces back of the door, and the door's fully open. The crack. Like, I know how to make a fucking movie. You just haven't
we all do. It's like, it's so basic. Nope. Like, I just don't understand.
It is 101. Yeah.
You know the problem? The problem was with Fear.com?
This movie.
You know what the problem was with Fear.com? Was it had, 12 producers. And I bet you they all stuck their finger in that pie and wanted their, oh, no, you should have the camera in the bathroom showing the whole thing. It'd be better that way.
I'm creative, too. Creative, too. Why aren't you directing, huh?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Just give me the money and let me do my art.
This is not like that. This is not like it undercuts itself, but it's just, ludicrously laid out, unrealistically laid out, but then also it's a movie about aliens and all sorts of other shit, so.
True. And Scorpions on
David
fans,
Twohy, David Twohy's the director. He did the Riddick films. It's not a badly made film. It's not a badly written film. Yeah. It's very B movie.
It's just kind of meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. Good 90 minutes.
It's good. It's just great. It's trash.
I'd watch again.
Trash Hitchcock. I like that.
I'd watch it again.
That should be. You should make a letterbox list of trash Hitchcock. All right.
So next, House Arrest from 1996.
Mm-hmm.
Stoud.
Another that I remember fondly, and the way I described it on our show, Couch Tomatoes, was that there was always a movie back in the day when you'd rent movies from a video store, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was always. You'd always have a budget. You'd have you could get this and this, but you can't get everything. So
right.
It was you can get one new release, or you can get 2 or 3 regular.
Yeah, the 99-cent bin or whatever. Yeah.
Or you can get one new release and 1 or 2 regular rentals, right? And so you only had so much you could work with, and you're trying to find movies to watch for the weekend.
Yeah.
You don't know if the new release is going to pan out and be a good movie. You don't know, or you might choose a movie you haven't seen yet from the 99-cent bin.
Yeah.
But you always wanted to have at least one movie that you knew you enjoyed, that you'd seen a million times before.
Fair enough.
Would love to watch it.
Just in case the other 2 were duds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Never had a bad night. I know I'll enjoy this one. Yeah.
House Arrest was one of those movies because it's not necessarily a great movie, but it's enjoyable, and I loved it as a young, back in the 90s.
Sure. It's a little nostalgia. Yeah.
Yeah. Character actors out the ass in this movie. It's the story is very weird.
Okay.
In that it would never happen in a million years because it's a story about kids basically kidnapping their parents.
Okay.
And trapping them in the basement.
Oh. Every kid's dream.
Keeping them locked down there, basically. That's the kind of movie it was.
Okay.
It's a
and
very 90s.
Mm-hmm.
It stars Shooter McGavin.
Oh, it does. He's the
don't know who
worst.
that
I
is.
hate him. Shooter McGavin from
Shooter.
fucking. You know who he fucking is.
Well, from what? What?
No.
What?
He hasn't
Happy
seen
Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore, I don't think.
Oh, I
I
guess.
never saw Happy Gilmore.
I know, but he's a
favorite
character
Adam
actor
Sandler
that you
movie.
recognize.
Okay, I probably have seen him in something, just don't know his name. Yeah.
He's not a lot. He's like an asshole all the time.
Okay. Oh, it's that asshole
Yes.
guy. Yeah.
I'm gonna go find the movie. There.
Jamie Lee Curtis is in the.
Who's that? No, I'm just kidding. Like I need to tell you, I'm
Kevin
just kidding. on that one.
Pollock
Oh, Kevin
Kevin
Pollock. Yeah, I
Pollock.
like
His
him.
name's Christopher
was like
McDonald.
the fourth or fifth choice for the character. Kevin
Interesting.
Pollock.
So do you know who Christopher McDonald is?
Christopher McDonald. Not off the top of my head.
He's been in a lot of fucking movies.
Well,
But
probably
he is
another
Shooter
one.
McGavin.
He is what?
He's in like she's Shooter McGavin. He's a very big character actor.
Okay.
Been in a lot of things.
All right. I take
Wallace
your word for
Shawn is also in this movie.
it. Love
Oh,
Wallace
yeah.
Shawn. Love Wallace Shawn. Reminds me, I still need to get my dinner with Andre. That's such a great
Jennifer
movie.
Tilly. You mentioned Jennifer Tilly yet?
Taylor's a show. She's in there for a little bit too.
Yeah.
And then she plays the mother of Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Right.
It's one of Jennifer Love Hewitt's earlier roles. This is before I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Mm-hmm.
As I was
Right.
watching it, I couldn't help but think, like, wait a minute. Did I like this just because I had the hots for Jennifer Love Hewitt when I was a
Probably.
prepubescent boy?
Probably.
It's an okay
I
movie. It's
also
not
had
bad
the
by
hots
any
for Jennifer Love
stretch.
Hewitt as a boy. And Alyssa Milano. Oh yeah.
Okay, so if you want more of the movies we watched, you can tune into Couch Tomatoes last week episode.
That's right.
It's available on YouTube, where we talk about the movies we watched in the last week.
That is on your YouTube channel, right, Skinslip?
We're up.
So youtube.com/Skinslip. If you want to see it live, it's Twitch TV or twitch.tv/Skinslip. What?
Correct.
I'm gonna have a shower.
Okay, go have a shower.
You need to go to the bathroom?
No, just go have a shower. It's fine. We're trying to wrap up here, kiddo.
Hey, Stout.
We're like literally in the last 2 minutes here. That's when you
Okay.
come out.
The only thing I want to talk about that I watched separately, I watched Event Horizon, Return of the Vampire,
Nice.
and a Neil Breen film called Twisted Pair, and Doctor Strange. But I want to talk, and I saw Nightmare Castle.
Is that
You know what I
the-
want to talk about?
Yeah.
Dracula vs. Frankenstein with Xander Vorkov.
Yes.
Finally fucking watched the whole thing.
Oh, had you not seen the whole thing yet? Oh
Not
man.
the whole thing. I
Oh,
watched it
it's-
with my friend Kristen, and oh my goodness.
It's so
This fucking
ridiculous.
movie.
Did you watch the have you seen the extras where it shows how the ending was originally going to be? It's
No.
even worse than what the actual ending is. So
Wow.
they
can't even imagine that.
wisely changed it.
Didn't
But
we
funny
watch
enough,
that?
the alternate
few
ending
years?
actually has more fighting between Dracula and Frankenstein.
Yeah, you all did that when I was on the vacation in
Oh,
California.
okay, yeah. But
So I only tuned in for half of it.
that was so gloriously awful. I had such a blast with that movie. Do not regret that purchase for 1 second.
It was not a great movie.
No, it really isn't. But
I just wonder why Xander Vorkov wasn't in more things.
I know,
He's only
right?
in 2 movies.
He was in
Two
two.
movies in a documentary.
He was in two
In a
movies.
documentary.
Well, in the documentary, yeah, but 2 actual movies.
And then he passed away recently, didn't he?
I don't think so. He was in the extras for Brain of Blood when we watched Brain of Blood on the Hemisphere set.
That was a couple years ago now.
That's true. Yeah, I don't. He might have.
He got
Oh, I
16
think.
months
Oh,
of
wait
hell.
a minute. Maybe he did. I gotta find out now. Hang on a second. Yeah, because I do.
But yeah, that's all I really talked about.
seem
One
to
time about.
recall we mentioned him recently on SNI. That was
Mm-hmm.
Come on, IMDb. Can you just fucking? Oh God. Go.
The internet's being real slow all around. It looks like.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we are. Andor Vorkov. Come on.
Come on, internet. No.
Oh my God.
Oh, come on. No.
The internet's going.
No.
Oh yeah, he's in Blood and Flesh: The Real Life and Ghastly Death of Al Adamson. That's what it was.
Yeah, which I need to see still.
It doesn't say on IMDb. Like, it doesn't even say. It says his real name is Roger Engel, but you know, clearly his stage name is the cooler name, Zandor Vorkov. It's wonderful.
Nope. We didn't post it all in the Discord. I checked his first name. Not even there. So.
Okay, so
we talked about it 4 different times.
Yeah.
Now they're about his death.
Okay, good. We just talk about him a lot because we love him.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, good old Zandor Vorkov. Now I remember, and he was in Brain of Blood as like the sort of assistant to the dictator that wanted to get the brain swap operation. But yeah, good times. Good times.
That was all I really wanted to talk about.
All right, good. And
I watched a bunch of movies, but like not a lot, and you know.
Fair enough.
We talked about it on Couch Tomatoes.
If you want to see more, tune in to Couch Tomatoes on Thursdays on the Skinslip channel here on the Twitches.
And we'll be talking about all the movies me and Sal watched tomorrow.
And there you go. And they will be posted on YouTube immediately after the live show. So if you miss it, don't worry. You can always catch the repeat. That is Couch Tomatoes. All righty.
Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Pacific.
Oh, sorry, Wednesdays. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. My bad.
That's why I said it again.
Thank you.
It's okay.
I thought it was Thursday, but I
Wednesday.
wasn't 100%. You didn't correct me right away, so I just assumed I was right and kept going.
Thursday's my other stream at 8
Oh,
p.m.
right.
So
Right. Well, you can see that
That's
stream
5
on
p.m.
Thursdays, so there you go.
Yeah.
Lots of streams. Streams for everybody. Alrighty, well, I think that is it for another week, folks. Hope you enjoyed. Big thanks to Ray for sitting and watching.
Hi, Ray!
Enjoying quietly and shyly in the background.
Adorable.
Alrighty, we will see you next time. So it looks like we got, what, an hour, half an hour to carry over to next week's marathon. It'll be $4.10 to add a full hour on. Just saying, if we can get that $4.10 before I sign off, we'll have a full hour to carry over till next week. You're not going to see a bargain like that again.
500 bits.
Soon. Not bits.
Or no, it has to be
no
donations.
donations.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. Right.
Yeah. Specifically for marathons. Marathons is bits. Or
right.
Yeah, donations. Everything else is bits. Bits is just whatever. So.
Bits are bits.
Alrighty. Well, have yourselves
bits
a good day or night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara. Penis.
Strafe.
Where are we going here? I gotta click this thing, and then I gotta go over here, and I gotta click this thing. There's not just like one button I can push to make the show be over. I have to click like 6 things. You guys have no idea what I go through behind the scenes here. All right. Later, everybody. Bye.
I do, actually.
Well,
Bye.
Skinslip does.